Start the short stream. Did you pray today? Did you pray today? Nah, bro, I need my soundboard. Let me just.
Oh. Before y'all say anything, I told this bitch don't ever wear socks when I.
Bomboka! Bomboka! Bomboka!
Bomboclat! True.
I didn't even have the guts to go through with killing myself.
I'm going to try to make your sex organ erect.
Damn, let me put another one.
Now I understand your need. Now I understand
What it do. Now I understand what it brings out inside of you, baby. That's how Proton also screams whenever I'm with him. It's like that. You hear? Literally. Did you pray today? Oops. Yo, bro, you look sad. Why would I be sad, bro? The fuck do you think this is, bro? Do you think I'm some liberal homosexual, man? Oh, I'm so depressed. Let me go to my therapist. Oh.
I didn't even have the guts to go through with killing myself.
Lol, you're so funny, bro. Of course I'm funny, bro. Oh, she still hit me. She still hit me. She still hit me. Nice. Bomboclat! Rotted! Calm down, woman. Oh, Batman! Me gonna die! Gonna throw another Molotov at him. at her. Excuse me. She's a nice lady like your mom. Ooh. Can you break your fucking stance, bro? Finally. Oops. Calm down, woman. We gonna die. Oh, bear man.
I'm going to try to make your sex organ erect.
There it is. Hold on.
I didn't even have the guts to go through with killing
Now
myself.
I understand your need. Now I understand what it do.
Now understand what it brings out inside of you, baby. Damn, bro. I should make more soundboards, bro. Okay, let me level up my skill now.
Farewell.
Farewell, good hunter. That's how I want to do the doll.
Before y'all say anything, I told this bitch don't ever wear socks when I.
Like this.
Now I understand your need. Now I understand what it do.
Oh, oh my god, I love my soundboard.
I'm going to try to make your sex organ erect.
I'm going to try to make your sex organ erect. That's so funny, bro. Not like you, true. If you were like me, you'd be fucking your mom. And that's like incest to you, you know? Because every single day I'm fucking your mom. True. So how can you be like me then? You can't. Everybody wanna be like me. You know that Low Pump song? No, you don't, because you're old as fuck.
I'm going to try to make your sex organ erect.
True. I'm going to try to make your sex organ erect. Romanian do really lie. Bro, Romanians also know better English than you. Oh! After that, I would quit the video game. By the video game, I'm saying I would quit reality. If you know, you know.
I didn't even have the guts to go through with killing myself.
Oh my god. Forgot the S of sex with your mom. Bro, stop with the
I didn't even have the
lies.
guts to go through with killing myself.
Just go through with it. Just go through with it. You should get more guts. Damn.
Before y'all say anything, I told this bitch don't ever wear socks when I.
I'm going to try to make your sex organ erect.
What? That's what your mom does, and that's how I react. Like, oh, I'm going to try to make your sex organ erect. Your mom always does, though. She always does. I love the fact that we're like talking shit. Is like, oh, your mom, oh, your mom. And I bet both. Why are you not going to school or work, man? It's Monday. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? What is it your business what I do, bro? Maybe you
I
should...
didn't even have the guts to go through with killing myself.
Imagine caring, bro. Imagine caring so much, bro. You should be happy for me, bro. The fuck is your problem, bro? It's like every single one of these fucking Karens, bro. I subbed. Thank you, man. Thank you. Go to the landscape stream, bro. It's way better for you, trust me. Oh my god, why do these people exist, bro? It's like he ruined the whole mood, bro. It's like it was so funny, it was so fun, and now this fucking Karen, this fucking Mazlum Baye Felk is like, you will be all before you know, you will regret these years you threw away with gaming, and you don't even earn money with this. How would you know that, broski? How would you know that, broski? And what the fuck is with this? Who the fuck do you think you are, bro? You are a troglodyte in my chat. You are on YouTube Shorts, bro. Go do something with your life, bro. I am doing something with my life. And I do earn money from this. I know this hits you hard. I hit your mother harder yesterday, bro.
I'm going to try to make your sex organ erect.
I earn 80,000 euros a month. Then leave and earn your 80,000 euros. Do something. Learn an instrument or something. Don't get mad. That's what every single human being... I am not mad. I am countering your arguments, bro. If you are not intelligent enough to counter-argue against me, then shut up. I am not mad. What is it your business? You earn 80k euro a month. Then do it. People that earn 80k euro a month do not sit in YouTube Shorts, live streams, and talk shit to a random person. You are a loser, bro. Let me check out your... Now I'm curious, bro. Channel activity. Let me see this guy. Go to channel. Oh my god, bro. This is the guy talking shit to me, bro. Look at that. Oh my god, bro. Listen, bro. Listen, you are a grown-ass man. Full fucking beard, bro. Full fucking head of hair. And you're worrying about somebody else's business, bro. I don't know where you're from, but people like you get slapped where I'm from, bro. People like you get slapped where I'm from. People like you get humbled where I'm from, bro. I get all the girls. I'm 22, sure. Bro, think he is the main character. Shut your bitch up, stop you Karen. People like this get slapped where I'm from, bro. It's like somebody like this is like, go up to somebody in my country and tell them, what are you doing with your life? You're gonna get slapped, bro. Just try to help you. Have a nice day, brother. Just don't try to virtue signal. You're an asshole, bro. Don't try to virtue signal. You insulted me and you tried to virtue signal with me, being like, oh, this high upstanding person. Shut the fuck up, bro. You're a troglodyte judging other people because you're insecure about yourself. Because you're insecure about your own person. What is it with gaming? You are so insecure that you cannot enjoy yourself. You cannot watch like a movie or play some video games because you have to be so productive, because your entire life was a waste and now you need to project that onto somebody else. I really enjoy my time gaming. It's one of the best times that I have had in my life. It was gaming. What is wrong with gaming? Gaming has made me meet one of the best people that I could possibly meet. Proton, which is right now in my chat, one of my bestest of friends. Drama, Firo, a lot of people that are like wonderful people for my life and wonderful experiences for my life. Sorry I insulted you. You wouldn't even react like this if it would not bother you. You see, this is the fucking woman argumentation, bro. It's like, oh, you cheated on me. You're insecure and you have a little penis. It's like, no, bro. You stop trying to insult me in some way. This is like fucking mental gymnastics, bro. Stop. You know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Everybody knows what you're doing. You are disingenuous. You try to virtue signal and you stroke your own ego and your penis by thinking, oh my god, I am helping these people. You don't want to help anybody. You just want to feel important. That's the thing with you. You just want to feel important. You are too self-important. And I'm telling you what you should do. you tell everybody what you should do. I'm telling you what you should do. You should fix your behavior, because nobody is going to put up with you. Even if, let's say it's true that you make 80k euro a month, which is not true, but let's say it is true. People will put up with you just because you have that money. They will never put up with you because of the person that you are, because of your personality. It's horrible. And look, I learned this. I also was like somewhat of a horrible person. I also was very frustrated with my own life. But after a lot of self-reflection, I learned that, how can I put this? A lot of things are because if you actually delve deeper into your emotions, you will find out that a lot of things, you lie to yourself that they're for this reason, but they're actually for another reason. Like a lot of times you feel angry at people because it's a blanket emotion, or you feel this virtue, it's because it's a blanket emotion to insecurity. You are the one in front of the camera, brother. Why do you think I want to be is so important? I only want to be successful and help others. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're just stroking your own penis. I'm not arguing with a troglodyte. Get the fuck out of here. The thing is, it's like a... You sound like you know life. Life is not virtual life. Bro, as far as this guy knows, I could be the most successful human being on the planet, bro. This is the thing with these troglodytes. What? I stream 2 hours a day and now I'm a loser? Leave me the fuck alone, bro. Just joined. That was fried. I mean, like, look, it pisses me off because it was so, like, I had so much fun, and this random guy coming in here, bro, ruining the mood, bro. You know? What are you doing on a Monday gaming? It's like, what? What is wrong with you? You don't even earn money out of this. How would you know that? How would you know that, bro? Oh, you should do, there's more to life than gaming. This insecure bullshit, bro. It's like people like this is the biggest insecurity of all, bro. People that have to be so productive. Because what is wrong with you enjoying yourself? Like, let's say you go to a cafe and you just talk to a friend. One of these troglodytes will tell you, "Oh, you are wasting your time. Oh, you should be more productive." Fuck no. If you're enjoying yourself, you should do it. But don't do it in excess. Like the same with food, the same with I don't know, like cigarettes, alcohol, whatever. If you enjoy it, do it, bro. But don't indulge like an animal, bro. You know? Forgot he wasn't Andrew Tate. It's just a stupid person.
You weren't lying. This is a safe place. Thank you. I'd like to tender my thanks, but I haven't all I can put. Would you?
People are asses on the internet, bro. There are several people like that. Very successful careers doing gaming, making music, art, standing like a statue. If you really want anything, you can make money. But that's not the problem. Like, what does it matter? What does money have to do with this, bro? What does money have to do with this? I've met so many wonderful people on the internet. I've met so many wonderful people gaming. People that I would have never encountered if it weren't for gaming, if it weren't for live streaming. And then somebody comes and says that I'm wasting my time with it, bro. Like, you don't know anything. As far as you know, I could be... as far as you know, live streaming could have saved my life. As far as you know, gaming could have saved my life. You do not know that. People just don't like to believe in creativity. It's insecurity, bro. It's insecurity. Because they were constantly like... a lot of people... Oh my god, this is gonna get me into like a 30-minute subject. A lot of people have these parents that only reward them whenever they do something productive. They don't get inherent love. They don't get unconditional love like a parent is supposed to give you. Like, their mother is only good to them, only hugging them, or only nice to them whenever they do something good, like get an A or something. And that teaches the child, when you're doing something unproductive, you are a waste of life. And what happens to that is these people cannot enjoy their own hobbies. They cannot enjoy their own time. They think, oh, I'm watching a movie, this is a total waste of time. Oh, I'm out with grandma, this is a total waste of time. And what happens with these people is they end up like virtue signaling like this guy and acting so high and mighty because objectively they are successful. They are more successful than you. but spiritually and intellectually they are still that child that got abused by their parents, that isn't loved, and that is inherent insecurity. That's why I told him to delve deeper into his emotions, because maybe he would have figured out that the reason why he's virtue signaling to other people, virtue signaling is acting high and mighty and talking up to them. The reason why he's virtue signaling to other people is because he's insecure about his own situation and the fact that he wasn't loved as a child, and he feels inadequate if he doesn't do that. But I don't have time to explain this to a person that doesn't listen. Because what I said is immensely rational, not very rational, like majorly rational. Anyway. Anyway, let's continue.
I'm going to try to make your sex organ erect.
Bro, that's so fun. I love myself. I'm gonna add like 3 more sounds, bro. I'm gonna add like 3 more sounds, bro. Cannot wait. So, I need to go to Grand Cathedral. Respect. Thank you, man. I saw your message. I just was in the middle of the rant. And then I forgot to answer. But yeah, there are a lot of people like this. And it's unfortunate, man. Because they think they have all of the answers. But they are unhappy, inherently. That's why they need to virtue signal. That's why they need to act high and mighty, because they are unhappy. A person that is happy doesn't need to go out of his way to talk shit to somebody else and to say they are mad and whatever. A person like I know several people that are happy, they would never go out of their way to do that. They have other shit to do. But yeah, Bloodborne is wonderful, man. It's one of the best, like it's one of the best things that ever happened to me. It's like a wonderful game, bro. It's you know, it's very good. So Cathedral Award, let me go back.
Plug.
Damn, bro, let me think, what should I add on my...
Before y'all say anything, I told this bitch, don't ever wear socks when I...
Damn, bro. I don't think another Yes King audio would be good. Let me think. It's for sure insecurity as well. A lot of people think certain things are better to do than others. And when it brings down to it, it's all an opinion on things like that. But some people just plain ignorant, lol. Exactly. Also, some people just don't understand what preferences are. Like, it's like... My brother is also like this, and he's so annoying. It's like, oh my god, like you should be fucking women and whatever. It's like, no. Like, what? Like, do you not understand that fucking women is also unimportant and it's also entertainment? It's in my eyes, it's literally the same as gaming, if not worse. If not worse. Because it's fucking up your future relationships, but gaming is not fucking up, it's enhancing future relationships. Because whenever you meet, like, I met a girl that also games. You don't know what kind of bond you form whenever you have, like, whenever you game together, whenever you play a story game together, whenever you have a date night and you are playing with her. You know, and sometimes literally playing with her, if you know, you know. Yeah. But, as you say, a lot of these people are just plain ignorant. Like, there's no explaining to them, like, they're like, oh, you productivity, and what is that productivity for? What is the end result of it? What do you want to do at the end of it? And they're gonna say some blanket statements that they don't really mean. They just argue for the sake of arguing, like, oh, you need to leave a legacy behind, or oh, you need to whatever, or you need to do something more to life and whatever. And that's just insecurity, bro. Why would you need more to life? Why would you need more to life? Bro, get more to life if it's something that you're passionate to. Not just for the sake of... Not productivity for the sake of productivity. This is something very wrong with people, bro. Productivity for the sake of productivity is something that is plaguing today's society, bro. It's like... You should be productive in something that you're passionate in. I see doctors that become doctors because mommy told them to. Not because they want to save lives. Because they want to be productive for the sake of being productive. I don't believe in that. I believe that is the reason why we have so much legislation that is fucking up our people, that is fucking up our elders. Like, in here you wait 9 months to get the... It's just whatever you find entertainment value in, nothing is really better than another. If someone finds no interest in something, to have more in life is to first find peace. Peace is difficult to find, and I don't think the human body is made for that. Maybe those Buddhist monks knew like something like that, like understanding their body and whatever, but I don't think the human mind and the human psyche is made for that. The guy was an ugly ass, but he made some points though. Nothing wrong with working towards your goal. You can game and be productive at the same time. I also said this. I also said this. What, I stream Bloodborne 2 hours a day, and now I'm wasting my life. Like, what the fuck is that reasoning? Like, as far as you know, I could be a fucking champion in whatever. Could be fucking chess champion, bro. As far as you know, you don't like. You get what I mean. I do not like. This is the thing, right? As I said, with these people that are like virtue signalers, because a lot of the things they say is objectively true, so it's very hard to argue with them. But whenever, that's why I told him to do some retrospective, to look into his own reasonings to choose to do what he does. Because a lot of times, if you dig deeper into yourself, and I don't mean like shoving a dildo up your ass, I mean like thinking, why am I doing this? Why, like being mindful in general, you're gonna find out that a lot of things that you do are not for the reasons that you think they are. Like, for example, he's gonna find out that the reason why he told me that is because he, in his life, was not loved by his parents without conditions, basically, unconditionally. And that is something that is gonna fuck up a child. As I said, it's gonna make the child want to constantly be productive, want to constantly, you know what I mean. The child will not be able to just be and be happy, you know. They have to do something. Somebody has to get something out of them so that they can feel like they're happy, because they feel guilty if they're not. But how do you know his personal life? He did not talk about that at all. You assumed it. Because people that virtue signal in a live stream with like I don't know how many, 9 viewers, is like somebody that just randomly joins and tells you to do something better with your life is an insecure person. I mean, like, I don't know why you're defending him. Maybe you agree with him slightly. I also agree with him slightly. Yes, there is more to gaming to life, but do you think me playing Bloodborne 2 hours a day is me ruining my life? Like, are you crazy? Like, be for real, man. Like, be for real. And how do you know that? Bro, why are you defending somebody that also makes assumptions about my own life? He also made tons of assumptions. You could lose weight, for example. I am losing weight, broski. I don't know what you're talking about. Again, you're making assumptions about my life. You see, you cannot have an argument with, like, look, listen to me. You keep like dotting on what I say instead of actually listening, bro. I am not disagreeing with you, bro. We are in agreement. Do you not understand? Do you not understand that I said that he's right, that that there is more to life than gaming, but he's making assumptions of... I'm just gonna ban you. I don't want to argue with this. I already argued with you. No, because I talked to him a little bit and I realized there's no point. There is no point. I already told him. I already told him already. You make assumptions about his personal life, and it's like literally me telling that he made assumptions about my personal life, and also assumptions. I made conclusions. I made conclusions by his behavior. Assumption would be you seeing me once playing video games randomly and assuming that I'm wasting my life. Just because I'm overweight and I'm white and I'm streaming doesn't mean that I am a loser. Shut the fuck up. I am not. Who the fuck do you think you are? As far as you know, I could be nunchuck fucking champion. I could be fucking... I don't know, like doing literally anything. It could be running a business, as far as you know. You don't know anything. Anyway, what was I doing? I need to go to Cathedral World. Anyway, bro, these people, man, ruining the mood, bro. Ruining the mood, these debaters, bro. ruining the mood. I'm not even gonna act nonchalant like, oh, I don't even care. They pissed me off. I'm gonna be honest. They pissed me off. But it's fine though. It's fine. It's fine. I find it that L in the chat true. I know plenty of streamers that have productive life and also play games, and there are over 40 that have children. I do not know what the fuck is their problem. I mean, like, I'm not gonna argue this further. Everything that I felt like saying and that needed to be said, I already said. I'm not a... I think that labeling me as a streamer is wrong. What I'm doing right here is sort of like journaling. I'm just playing... I would have played Bloodborne either way. I would have played the video game either way. So why not stream it? You know? I would have played Bloodborne either way. Why not stream it? I would have... whenever I make a video about stop killing games, whatever, I thought these arguments already in my head, so why not put it out there? Talking about productivity, isn't that productivity? It's basically I'm trying to funnel my desires. My desire was I want to talk to somebody, and my friends don't have this interest, because where I live it's not popular to have this interest. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start a YouTube channel and I'm gonna talk about my interests. Is that not funneling your interest into a productive metric, or productive, like, I don't know, like whatever you want to say? It's journaling. I'm not a journalist literally, but what I mean is journaling is like a, it's like a, one of these like productive gurus is gonna tell you, like, journaling is kind of like saying what you do, saying what you think. Is kind of like putting it on paper, vocalizing it, so you're more mindful over it. You understand yourself better. That's the... Where the fuck do I need to go, bro? Keep circling around like a troglodyte. Like, for example, I found myself like watching videos. Let's say I watch a video, and I go and I pause the video and I think, what do I think about this? What do I, whatever. And since I already have these thoughts, why not make a video about them? You know? And it's not that I don't have friends. I do have friends. It's just that we don't share the... But you can block anybody who opposes you. Bro, I do not block anybody who opposes me. I leave plenty of people that oppose me there. The problem is these people don't want to... They basically either throw insults, or they imply insults, or they... what the fuck is it called, bro? They don't argue rationally. They argue emotionally. The second guy had a point. Oh my god, bro. I agree, bro. I need to lose weight. I am overweight. No, I'm not saying it's fine to... Why am I screaming, bro? We're talking about this half an hour now. You seem insecure yourself, bro. No hard feelings. I am insecure. I am insecure about being fat. What are you talking about? Yes. Drinking soda does not help. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And what is your business with that? I agree. It's true. I agree. It's true. But I don't know. I'm also gonna ban you too. But the thing is, it's like on your own stream, if somebody pisses you off, you just ban them. The reason why is the same. I do this the same in real life. If I have a friend that pisses me off, I just don't hang out with them. I will not, like, it's fine, freedom of speech, you talk, freedom of speech, whatever. But if you are mean-spirited, if you are pissing somebody off, there is nothing wrong with that person not wanting to interact with you. There is nothing wrong with that person keeping you from interacting with people. Bro, as long as you're doing something that makes you happy, who the fuck cares? Do you think I'm going to be labeling a person based on how much productive it is? I do not care. Yes, but the thing is, it's like these people are very negative, and there's nothing you can do about it. These people are, like, I swear to God, bro. Here's the thing, right? It's like, I'm curious if I was like 50 kilograms lighter, or 40. Would I get any more of these fucking virtue signaling gurus, bro? I don't think so. I think and this is gonna be a conspiracy theory. I think this is literally just because I'm fat. I'm not even joking. I think this is literally just because I'm fat. But yeah. I'm not gonna talk about this anymore. Or nah, let me I wanna make another point. These people will never do what I did. I admitted that I am insecure. I admitted it. I am not, and I don't think people understand how much power that gives you. Whenever you can admit something that bothers you, whenever you can say, yes man, that bothers me, oh yes, that pissed me off, you take away 50% of its power, no joke. You should try it, every once in a while, try it. You're having an argument with somebody and you just vocalize it, even if you whisper it. Just say, that pissed me off, or that annoyed me, or, you know, you're having an argument with your girlfriend, and you say, that did not make me feel good. You just say it. You don't have to say it to anybody, you just whisper it. And watch it lose like 50% of its power. As long as that person is good and treats me with respect, I do not care what he is doing, relative or not. Is fat, skinny, black, white? I agree, but that's a mature way of thinking about it. These people are not mature. Who the fuck is it, bro? I'm keep looking for that. But yeah, bro. Keep trying to find like a fucking passage, bro. It's like on the stairs, bro, and I cannot find it. Oh my god, bro. I cannot believe this shit, bro. This has got to be trolling at this point. Andrew Tate's God says, hate to say, but you blocked 3 people who argued. I don't know, man. You seem insecure, and the first and second, third guy all seem to have a point. You can work out. Nah, this is either the same person trolling, or it's like or it's their trolling. Yes, I can work out, bro. I can work out, bro. Damn, bro. I also told him that I agree that I'm fat. Okay, so? Oh, bro, I'm back. Do you remember? Yeah, I remember. You asked me if I remember you last time. Anyway, where the fuck? The fuck is it, bro? Need 4 wives and be a millionaire. Until that time, no more gaming. True. Oh, I love this guy, bro. Until that time, no more gaming. True. Andrew Tate, I am the opposite. I am very skinny, over 30 years and 62 kilograms. What is your point? I mean, like, bro has Alzheimer's. That's why he's asking. True. He's like, damn, man, do you remember me? Because I don't. I don't remember myself. Need 4 wives. Why would you need 4 wives, bro? Isn't one woman already too annoying, bro? You need 4. What, do you want to be bald like Andrew Tate? But at the age of 20, bro? You're gonna be bald. These women are gonna destroy your mental health, bro. It's like 3 wives. Bro, 4 wives. Like, you look for Arabs, I can understand, because they just slap them, you know, they just beat them, so it's totally fine. But so that then there's not as many problems. But for normal people, I do not understand, bro. Oh my god, bro. Anyway, oh my god, this is so annoying, bro. Let me look it up on YouTube, I cannot find it. I'm mad now. I'm mad now. I cannot find it, bro.
Is up, YouTube? It is Vortex, and I'm about to show you how.
Excuse me. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, I found out. You pay for a punching bag, but for the wives you don't. True. True. Based, Proton, based. Where is the where is the music, bro? Jesus Christ, bro. Oh my god, bro. For wives.
Oh, just... I bid you for...
Okay.
That path.
Oh my god, bro. Can you imagine, bro? 4 wives. I'm still stuck on that, bro. As long as the community is great and we share a common hobby, we or I don't care how people look or from where they are, what they job and not based on. Oh. True. True. I wanted to make a joke that would have been slightly racist. Not slightly, literally racist. But I don't think the internet can handle that one yet. Andrew is our Lord and Savior. We are all his children. Okay, that's gotta be blasphemous somehow, bro. There's gotta be some sort of blasphemy, bro. Bro is gonna go to hell, bro. Everyone will be bald in jacket, Thor, dance every day. Yeah, that then everybody's gonna hear that song, bro. The angels are gonna come down and they're instead of singing the trumpets, they're gonna be singing Bro, are you the one in Mr. Beast video? True. Bro, it's funny as fuck, bro. What the fuck is it? Oh my god, bro. Okay, what is here? Bro, how is that one when you met Mr. Beast? You seem fit for the Andrew army. You need to train for 6 months in a gym in Romania and dance your ass off on that song. True. Here I'm looking at gaming and being productive at the same time. Who the fuck? True. Oh my god, bro. You people are fucking retarded, bro. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, bro? Oh my god. Jesus. Andrew Army, bro. Now that is a first, bro. That is a first, bro. Jesus, bro. Andrew Army, bro. Agree. Nah, bro. Oh my god. Who wants to come into the Andrew army? We'll go to Bucharest. We are the army of the colored one. True. Andrew Tate is like Crayola colored. He's like white and like a shade darker than white, bro.
Look at you, you sorry drunk. I'll string you up like the filthy beast you are. You shall not abscond your crimes. Were you not once a hunter?
I'm killing her because she drops like a really cool
What
weapon.
you want. That's enough for now. No more.
Jesus, she's hard to beat. The woman is hard to beat. Okay, she was harder than almost all of the bosses, bro.
You still have to
No, fuck!
tell the little doll I said hello.
Fuck. He's not a content creator, but a colored creator. True. in this situation, he is, bro. For the Lord and Savior Andrew Tate, the colored creator, bro. Jesus, bro. Calm down. Oh, she also has a pistol. Nice for her.
You can't go on like this.
I'm sorry, Eileen. You're one of my favorite characters. But I had to do it. I had to do it for your armor. I am sorry, Eileen. I would never do it to you. I mean, I would do it to you, but in the loving kind of way, if you know, you know. L's in the chat for me killing Eileen. Damn, bro, I'm actually kind of sad, bro. I killed Eileen, bro. Damn. What the fuck, sword through... Hey, look at this. I'm gonna put her armor on. Because it's one of the coolest armors in the game. Look at this. Damn, you see? You see? Where the fuck is it? Like that. Ah, look at how cool I look, bro. Now you cannot tell me what it... You see, you kill the woman and you steal her clothes. Then you wear them. You wear them afterwards. That's how you're supposed to do it, bro. Guts. Guts! Hold on.
I didn't even have the guts to go through with killing myself.
I'm gonna go take a piss, bro. I hope you're still you're still here when I go take after I come back. Okay, I'm back. Let me just get like a sweater or something. Let me just get like this and put it on. Berserk, yeah, man. I have the Berserk books. I have the Berserk book. Hold on. I have like 8 of them. Oh fuck! Like 5 things drop. Look, I have also this. And Dune. Let me just get one Berserk book to show you. There. Oh, nice. And I found my USB stick. Nice. I was looking for it. And I couldn't find it. It was on the Berserk book. My troglodytean ass, out of all of the places where I could put a Berserk book, bro. A USB stick. I put it on the Berserk book, which is fucking black as fuck. So I cannot fucking see it, bro. Okay, I'm gonna fix that later. Bro. Bro left an imprint on the chair. True, I left an imprint on your mom.
I'm going to try to make your sex organ erect.
Bomboclat! Bomboclat! Left an imprint on your mother. That's why I left an imprint on. Let's go. Plug.
I didn't even have the guts to go through with killing myself.
My mom is not a chair. Yes, she is. Why are you lying again? Let me bring this closer so you can hear me better. Let's go. Can you guys calm down? Damn. Away! Cursed beast. There's 3 beast pellets here. Yup. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm 40% Romanian. True.
Now I understand your need. Now I understand what it do.
Now understand what it brings out inside of you, baby. Nice. Oh, I found that thing. Nice. The KKK outfit. Nice. Out of all of the outfits that I could have... Let me just turn down my AC so it's not that high. And let me put it... Yeah, like that. I think it's good. Yeah. Because it's kind of too much. You found the best one. Through the KKK outfit. That took some time, I'm gonna be honest. What is this? Huh? Oh no. I want it back up. Blue elixir. Damn.
Oh, glory be, but the owl nodding. But not.
Ew, he gave me a fucking tonsil stone. There's the fucking thing that is like when you have poor mouth hygiene, or sometimes people just genetically get some of them, you get like at the back of your mouth. You get like debris from like what you eat, and it's like calcifies. Kind of like tar in your teeth. And sometimes it bothers you. I've had one. It was because I was really, really sick. I think I had like a neck infection or something. And I got one. Oh my god, they're so terrible, and I had to reach in my at the back of my throat with a Q-tip to get it out. Bro, it was so uncomfortable, bro. Oh, and it was like having a hair. It's like having a hair in your mouth, but it's like having hair in your mouth, but it's at the entrance of your neck, right? Like here at the back of your neck, bro, deep in. And you just cannot, like, no matter how much you try, you cannot itch that scratch. But yeah. Now, what is this? Calm down, bro. This is where I came from. Yep. What is here? Poison knife, yeah. And here? No, another KKK outfit. No, another poison knife.
Oh, blimey, don't scare me like that. On a night like this, I took you for a monster. Oh, thank the stars, you're fairly normal. Was it you who put down that awful beast? Ooh, that thing had me trembling, frozen in my boots. And then you came along. Well, if you're a hunter, then would you know of any safe havens?
No, this guy
yeah,
fell.
of course not. I should have known. This whole place is falling apart. It's the curse of Yharnam.
No, because this guy, I feel like this guy is gonna eat everybody there. I will not tell him to go there. He's not gonna be safe anymore if he goes. I got a feeling. Ooh, ooh. Okay, where the fuck is that? Cannon. Damn. Cannon on my hip, bro. I feel like Metroid. I feel like Mega Man. Fucking, bro, I have so many guns in this game, bro. It's like fucking Afghanistan, bro. Crazy. Look at this shit. Repeating pistol, Ludwig's rifle, cannon, Hunter blunderbuss, Hunter pistol, bro. So many guns, bro. It's like Syria, bro. It's like fucking Iraq. Crazy, huh? This one is not operable. Oh my god. There is the Avengers Justice League, but what I think we really need is the Racist League. We should be the founders. Oh my god, Proton. You're gonna get me fucking in trouble. You're gonna get me in trouble, Proton.
Before y'all say anything, I told this bitch, don't ever wear socks when I
True. Okay, let me get the Blade of Mercy, so I can give mercy to your mom. Ooh. I'm so funny.
I didn't even have the guts to go through with killing myself.
True. Look at this Blade of Mercy. Nice. Nice. What does it scale it? What does it scale with? C skill and D arcane. And this and B strength, C skill and A arcane. Okay. Twin bloodstone shards. Let me fill my inventory with those. Oh wait, let me just get like 30 of these. Okay, let me get the bloodstone rock. Okay, let me go kill the Shadows of Yharnam. Let me get my blankie. Damn, bro, my character is stinky. You see, it's like radiating fucking stink. Damn, bro. So it's like canonically your dad, bro. Your POV, your toilet after your dad uses it. It's like fucking biological warfare, bro, in there. It's like that type of shit the US would release in China, bro. Damn, bro. Anyway, let's go. Troglodyte. Play the video game correctly. how COVID actually started through. You just went in your father's bathroom. Let's go here. Damn. Okay, just circled around. I'm gone.
I didn't even have the guts to go through with killing myself.
Damn. Okay. Where is it? Oh, it's not here. What was here? I forgot. Nothing important, it seems.
I didn't even have the guts to go through with killing myself.
True. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Who is the NPC spamming the soundboard? Probably your mom. That's how I'll be doing you with the prostate exam, bro. I'll be doing you with the prostate exam, bro. I've been searching you all up in your butt, bro. That's what I've been doing, hitting your G-spot. That's what I've been doing to you, bro. Okay, let's go. Damn, he dealt a lot of damage. Or did he? Oh fuck. Press the dodge button, it's just that I pressed it way too late. Oopsie. How's it going, brother? It's going great, man. It's going great, as you can see. Oopsie. Didn't see that, though. Oops, you didn't see that either. Nice. Oh, he dealt so much damage. Let's go halfway there. True. Can you fuck off? Didn't hit anybody. You know what? Why did that not visceral him? Let me heal. Okay, easiest boss. Or cracked at this shit. I used to play Dark Souls when I was younger. I'm cracked at this shit. Nah, bro. I used 18 vials, bro. I'm not cracked at this shit at all, bro. I'm decent. I'm decent.
Welcome. Very well.
I'm gonna go take a piss. Be right back.
I didn't even have the guts to go through with killing myself.
I love the soundboard so much, bro. Okay, I'm back. Great enemy fell type beat. I'm back. I don't know what to say. Plug.
Farewell, good mate.
Okay. Forbidden Grave. I'm back. Okay, bro. Yeah, let's go. Rum the vacuous spider. Ugh. Ugh. What you sipping on, pimp? It's... Jesus, that was so cringe. It's a punchline, pipeline punch. Monster Energy. It's really good. That's my favorite flavor of like beverage, period. I'm grooming right now. Ah, gooning. I was like, damn, you're shaving. I do not believe, because I think you're a child. But yeah, true, gooning, sure. I would goon too if I saw such a beautiful man.
I'm going to try to make your sex organ erect.
Might be cringe, but this pimping ain't easy, for real, for real. True. I cannot believe, bro, that I have kids in my chats whenever I'm playing Bloodborne. Of all of the games, like, Bro, like, this is 2015 game, bro. It's like... It's a game from 2015, bro. Damn. Damn, if you're interested in these games, like, aren't you supposed to be, like, I don't know, like... 20, at least? No, maybe more, 25? Okay. Somebody's calling. That game came out when I was 2. LOL. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. So you're 12 now. Damn. Damn, as predicted. Somebody rang my doorbell, bro. If you're somebody I know, should have called me sooner. The fuck do you think this is, bro? If, like, here's my mentality, bro. If somebody rings my doorbell, if I really wanted to know who you are and you're not a police officer, you would have called me. You would have had my phone number. You could have somehow contacted me. If you ring my doorbell, I just don't answer, simply. I just don't answer, because my mom is like, she wants to have the doorbell, but what happens is gypsy kids just rang the doorbell, like, and run, you know, and there's no point. You have no guts to open it. It's like, and what? To be like a beggar there? Like some kids that are like running off. What do you want me to do? Just some stupid kids, bro. Not a big deal. This is the first playthrough, not even close. It's the... What playthrough is this? Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me think. So first playthrough, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth playthrough. Is the sixth playthrough. Because I had like a... No, this is New Game Plus 2, but it's my sixth playthrough. You know? Because I had like my original account. It's on New Game Plus 2, so it's 3. I have one account where I finished the game already, so it's 4. And this account I finished the game twice on it, so it's 6. Speaking of sex, how is your mother doing? Oh!
I'm going to try to make your sex organ erect.
True! Proton, you know, finally you admitted I'm your stepfather. Finally! Took you long enough. Took you long enough, Proton. Took you long enough, bro. You really hurt my feelings when you didn't accept me and your mother's relationship. But I'm glad we sorted it out. Like grown adults in between us. Oh my god. Okay. I think there is some delay. So you're saying it was the delay's fault, not you actually agreeing with me.
I didn't even have the guts to go through with killing myself.
Plug.
You didn't have the guts to admit that you actually do agree with me and your mother's relationship. True. How much do you drop? 4,500. Oh, it's nearly not enough. Oh, I need to farm some runes, bro. I need to farm some runes. So, what do you guys say? Let's listen to a YouTube video, while I farm the runes. Let's listen to a YouTube video. I'm gonna put up a beautiful YouTube video.
Uh-oh. Really not looking good for Pirate Software.
There's an update to the Pirate Software drama where an ex-roommate and co-worker exposed what Jason was really doing while working at Blizzard and was actually Pirate's superior while QA testing on Diablo 3.
Have a good night, bro. I'm going to sleep first day at a new job tomorrow. Good luck, bro. Good luck.
Now,
oh, he DQA tested on D3? You didn't even need to interview an employee. I could have told you he wasn't doing anything.
Whenever I scream about how I had to work with Pirate Software and how he doesn't know shit about fuck, I mean, I was directly ordered to deal with him for Diablo 3 testing in QA. I saw his PC screens since he sat in front of me. I had to assign, review, and redo his tasks.
He would just kind of create a character and idle in the client and read Reddit. That's literally what he did. He sat in front of me and I was assigning the tasks.
Yeah,
damn.
Yes, he was assigned to the Wasps in Act 2, right? Yeah, bro, Thor fucked up. I love the game, but man, it was bad.
Reddit all day, ignoring tasks.
Wait, so he was just on Reddit all day?
He was just browsing Reddit all day, ignoring tasks.
Of course he was on Reddit, bro. The stereotypes create themselves, bro.
And actively holding the team back. But when
he definitely was assigned to Act 2. Oh my god. I knew it.
She and others tried to escalate the issue, the higher-ups basically said that they can't do anything about it because his dad was an executive at the company. But the worst part was when Jason ended up being Cynthia's roommate because apparently living with Pirate Software was such a nightmare that shortly after him moving in, her apartment was a disaster, she was asking him to leave early, and while cleaning up the mess that he left behind, Cynthia said that his walls were covered in either snot or some other gooey
Oh my god. Nah, that's outrageous. I don't believe that.
Everything by hand. There was, like, I don't know what on the walls in his bedroom. I don't know if it was snot or something else just, like, wiped here and there on the walls.
He tried to mark his territory. The idea that there was a person that worked on QA for Diablo 3 that didn't do anything, that spent their entire time on Reddit and didn't do any of their tasks, I don't need evidence.
You already know.
When you click pay in 4 at checkout and that $200 jacket suddenly becomes just $50, you're part of a $500 billion debt bubble that's starting to crack. The stores you shop at are seeing their profit margin shrink.
Never pay your debts.
Never.
Pay off your
Fuck
credit
'em.
cards.
Who's calling Count Chocula? We do not know. We do not know
answer
who
the letters.
that is.
If they absolutely force you to, take out a second line of credit to pay off the first line of credit, and then never receive the phone calls from the second guys either.
True, and then
It's
just infinite
magic,
money glitch.
It's the infinite magic money glitch.
True.
My mom used it.
Just to let you split the payment. So they add to prices across.
And by the way, I don't view this as unethical or immoral at all,
Me
because the
neither.
companies that do this are existing in what I think to be a completely immoral ability to effectively exercise usury over everybody in the population. They're giving.
I feel like banks are so disingenuous with giving loans out. Because it's like, for example, there are people here that lease cars and they literally like a loan, they get loans from the banks to lease cars. And it's like, bro, if you cannot afford it, just don't buy it, bro. Plain and simple, bro. If you cannot afford it, just don't buy it, bro. There's nothing embarrassing about being poor or not being able to afford a car. A car that is expensive. Don't think that I'm talking about Toyota Corolla. I'm talking about like BMW M5 or, you know, like a relatively nice car, bro. And these people are getting loans for that shit, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy what people be doing with their credit and their money, bro. It's like out of all of like house, I understand. If you buy a house, like, yeah, I get it. But fucking like a stupid, like what does it matter what car you drive, bro? Like I will never understand the obsession of people wanting to have expensive cars. I will never understand it in my life, bro. It's like cool to playing Forza Horizon and having like a Koenigsegg Jesko. But me, myself, to have one of those, even if I had like $1 billion, I would not buy one. It's a waste of money.
Loans they know they can't pay back. They're writing the loans off as losses on their taxes. They're not even losing money. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, they're scammers to begin with.
Board. That's a hidden tax on every single thing you buy. You should stop calling that a free payment plan because everyone's paying for it. One of the key BNPL players lost 99 million last quarter. Another one burned through 1.3 million every single day last year. 3 other companies collapsed in the last year. OpenPay left merchants with $18.2 million in losses. Laybuy's failure hit 4,200 businesses.
Jesus.
When Kiwi Bank faced $30 million in exposure from just one BNPL company.
You
they
fucked
realized
up.
This isn't sustainable. The way you pay for everything
BNPL is buy now, pay later, by the way.
is about to dramatically change because what started as a clever way to afford things has become a financial.
It's not a clever way to afford things. It was never a clever way to afford things. It was a clever way to make stupid people that are bad.
Clever in parentheses.
Bad with money.
Or quotes,
make,
excuse me.
Different situations for themselves that put them in debt. Once you understand that a lot of the financial systems that people use, especially companies like
It's a clever way to be stupid.
Visa and MasterCard, the way that they make money is if you're stupid.
I mean,
That's
don't
it.
almost every single human being.
And you need to understand it.
Or lazy,
before it
or
explodes.
wanting to not do it yourself.
Buy now, pay later didn't
So it's
appear
a
by
scam,
accident. It
kind of.
emerged from a perfect storm of financial crisis, technology, and changing consumer behavior. The 2008 financial crisis fundamentally changed how banks viewed consumer credit. Credit card approvals plummeted. Young adults watched their parents drown in 29% APR credit card debt.
That was my mom. But she didn't drown. She just simply floated away.
True.
She floated away. Never paid.
Here's the thing, right? If you keep like if you keeping them on the hook, right, until you die, they cannot ask your corpse for money. Yet maybe we're gonna get, like, imagine if you get debt and they find a way to reanimate your body and you have fucking undead slaves. That would be an interesting multiverse, bro. That would be something that I'd be interested in seeing, bro. Reanimating your corpse and forcing you to fucking work. Such a good idea. I should sell it to somebody.
It's something
got away
different.
with it.
But the real accelerant came in 2020. The pandemic shifted the world online overnight. E-commerce jumped 5 years forward in 3 months. Everyone was shopping from home, flush with stimulus money. But psychologically scarred by uncertainty, BNPL was perfectly positioned.
Well, there's also another component that impulse buying actually goes up in times of crisis and in recessions.
Yeah,
So
you only
even
said that like
have
7
a
times.
psychological element of this that's an agitator that further makes this this like paradigm even more common.
Pandemic didn't create the pressure.
It's dopamine
it revealed
source,
it.
yeah.
When rent goes up 20%, but salaries rise 3%, people get desperate. 64% of
That's right.
Americans now live paycheck to paycheck.
You can see why. This is the reason why people like Nick have audiences now. By the way, going back to what I was just talking about earlier, this is the reason why. It's these numbers are the real reason why. They're fucked.
Who the fuck is Nick?
They're absolutely, unequivocally, 100% fucked.
You know who else is fucked?
Six-figure earners in expensive cities. BNPL didn't create this squeeze, it exploited it.
Yes,
Swedish company
exactly.
Klarna launched in 2005, but remained small until these forces converged. Then everything changed. In the US alone, BNPL volume exploded from $2 billion in 2019 to $24 billion in
Jesus. Of
That's
course,
bad.
stupid. Of course,
It's getting worse. Look at cost of tomatoes. Yeah, money are created through loans, so money is debt. Interest make it grow up, so it's tied up as debt saturation. This will mathematically crash eventually. You're talking about like fractional reserve banking. Yeah, that's something that's very common. A lot of people have been talking about that for years. But I don't think that you need to go into like deep economic theory to understand that a bunch of people that are, and this is the other big issue, is that you have people that are in high school that are learning about dividing fractions, but they don't understand what an interest rate is. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to go full tinfoil hat here. I think that's working as intended. Yeah. And that's a big problem.
2021, an 1100% increase.
It's definitely intentional.
You know how I always said that they were trying to farm out a bunch of people and turn all of the population into batteries? In an abstract way, debt kind of does that.
The industry grew 12 times larger. That's not organic growth, that's a gold rush. When you buy
the thing about debt, it's also in a way like you cannot whip the people to basically subjugate them, because they would just revolt. So what you need to do is you need to trick them into selling their lives away. And then you have to trick them that you will oppose consequences of them on them. What Asmongold is saying is that it will not happen. His mom dodged them all of the time. It's basically an illusion. You do not have actual consequences to this. You can dodge this. But they prey on the people that... how can I put this? On the people that fear the consequences, so they just pay it. They just pay it day by day by day by day. And... the smart individuals are very little, so they do not realize that, oh, how are they gonna enforce this? Oh, but what if I just make another credit card? Or what if I, like you can like if you're giga poor, you can juggle this shit like a fucking juggernaut. You know what I mean? You can be like a juggernaut of like juggling this shit, bro. But they prey also on the middle class of the people, that is, they have enough money to where it doesn't fuck them up, but they waste so much of that money on paying those loans off that they basically turn into the lower class, and they even divide the people even further. And then they put them against each other with far right and far left propaganda against each other. And they don't realize the fact that they are actually aligned in beliefs. It's just that they have like this blanket statement of like, oh, you're a leftist, or oh, you're a rightist, or oh, you're with this political party, or oh, you're with this other political party, and then they get fucked up. Because the people start fighting against each other and not rebelling against the people that are actually oppressing them. Anyway, let's go back.
Now, pay later.
Enough with the Reddit moderator ideals.
You're not the customer, you're the product.
That's right.
BNPL companies are selling more sales, and it's delivered to merchants.
This guy's actually super fucking based. Like, this is such a good video.
6% premium. The psychology was brilliant. Traditional
credit
cards remind
8,000
you of
subs.
debt with every monthly statement.
I'm gonna link you guys a video
see
at the
that
end of
balance.
this. This is really
feel
good.
That weight. BNPL reframed the narrative. This wasn't debt. It was smart budgeting. The numbers prove the psychological shift worked. BNPL increases average order values by 30%.
Because people are more willing to spend money that they don't have to think about right now. People just want instant gratification. You saw, like, you know, for example,
that's for you,
do you remember,
for
like,
future
all
you
those
problem.
girls on like that fucking on the Caleb Hammer show, like the fucking financial audit. Oh, well, I had to do it. It just had to satisfy my inner child, and it would make me happy. And
I mean, like, look, again, this is an extreme. As I said, with like, even with alcohol and like with cigarettes, with something, this is like, just don't be an animal, bro. Like, if you want to buy like this toy that you really wanted when you were a kid, just buy it, bro. Like, who cares? Like, don't feel bad for buying something. You're a grown adult. Like, I recently saw this girl like on TikTok, and she's like, oh, I really want to get the Z Flip phone. I really want to get the Z Flip iPhone, but la-di-da-di-da. And I'm like, bro, you're a grown woman. If you, like, she was talking like she actually wanted it. If you wanted this bad, just buy it for yourself, bro. Like, bro, like, it's like, there's nothing wrong with feeling guilty. Like, this is how I was with my microphone, for example. I bought it and I felt guilty. Oh, there are people on this world that would deserve the microphone more than you, and la-di-da-di-da. It's like, bro, bro, you can, like, it's totally fine, bro. It's like, especially like a rule of thumb that is like repeated over and over again, and I'm gonna be like the 1,000th person that talks about this, but a good rule of thumb is, if I set this money on fire, would it bother me? Yes or no? If it bothers you, then I would suggest not buying it. If it doesn't change your life at all, then it's totally fine if you buy it. And look, there's gonna be certain examples, like, oh, what about a pack of cigarettes that is like $5? Like in here it's $5 per pack of cigarettes, and after like a few years, oh, you spent like a few $1,000s because you spend like $5 every single day, and you know, as the time goes and goes, oh, you spent like $2,000, you know, or 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever, and it gets into the tens of thousands of dollars for some people. That's different. You should judge it on timely, on the amount of time that it takes, and yeah, but I would also say there is nothing wrong with you indulging yourself every once in a while. Just don't live out a completely hedonistic life. Hedonism is whenever you just live to basically fulfill your selfish needs, like lust, hunger, like, you know, basically giving into the 7 deadly sins. It's very overly simplified. It's more complex than that. I died, Jesus. It's more complex than that, but sometimes it's fine to indulge.
I needed something special. I just needed this. I needed this. So you have this thing where media, social media, messaging, celebrities, they keep you in this constant state of like...
I really hate what celebrities did to us, bro. As a society in general. It's like so many people I see. Like, for example, my brother's girlfriend, like, she sees these women on Instagram that are like doing like the fucking, they're injecting their lips, they're like whatever, and she also like put like Botox in her lips, and she sees them like working out, and she's like, oh, I need to go to the gym and whatever, oh, I'm gonna lose my fat on like my belly, and it's like, oh, you cannot explain the fact that you can't spot reduction, you can only like body reduction, there is no spot reduction, you cannot la-di-da-di-da. I don't want to get too deep into that, but it's unfortunate that these people trick them. And I also see my mom with this shit. It's like, oh, I'm so sick. Like, I personally would make it illegal to be able to lie about health facts. Like, for example, there is this, like, my mom fell for this fucking crap where it's like, oh, it's better to drink milk instead of water. Like, like, bro, like, milk has like 300 calories per 100 milliliters, bro. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? You're gonna double your calories, bro. And stuff like that, bro. Like, I would genuinely make, like, I'm not even joking, I'd make it illegal, bro. To lie about that kind of stuff, bro. Genuinely.
A just continual stress, worry, anxiety, and they do this because it exists inside of an ecosystem, and that ecosystem also gets you to spend money compulsively. That's how it happens. Yeah, instant gratification, yes.
And nearly a third more just because they can
by
split
design,
the
it
payment.
is.
For retailers, the math...
Narcissistic behavior fueled by the media. I think that narcissism, I think that you could probably do a test and see that narcissistic personalities are more likely to gamble.
True, because they believe
And
they're
I think
special.
that you could abstract that to narcissistic personalities think that good things will happen to them in the future because they're special. Therefore, they make bad decisions more often in the present.
Seems simple. Pay 6% in
It just
fees,
makes sense.
get 30%.
By the way, I'm making all this up, but I'm probably right about it.
True, she's right about this.
More revenue. What could go wrong? Everything. The business model had one fatal flaw.
I feel like, and I also talk about this. Check out my latest video. I talk about it at around the 7-minute mark. I feel like it's ruining our society, the fact that we're so individualistically based. So it's like, for example, back in the day, you used to have, like, let's say, for example, you used to have a kid, you or a mother, and grandma was there, auntie was there, your best friend that you grew up with was there. So there were 3 or 4 people that were helping you raise the child. There were another, like, whatever, like, there were different people that were helping you raise your own child, right? And the shift to nowadays where it's like single parents, where it's like, oh my god, the divorces, where it's like, in short, it's good that you have more base individual rights, right? I agree with that. But at the same time, what was the detriment to that? The detriment to that is the fact that now young ladies believe that they can no longer have children without sacrificing their entire life. They think that they cannot juggle a child and also have their own lives, which is not true, especially if you have a circle, a community around you that can support you. That is blatantly untrue. And it's unfortunate because the ladies fall for the propaganda and bam, the birth rates are down. Bam, they fall for the shit on TikTok that basically makes them misandrous and hate men. And the propaganda is working wonders. They are filtering a lot of you people out. They do not want the people that are sort of smart enough to try to pattern recognize, but they're not stupid enough to basically turn into a slave. And they filtered you out. You're no longer gonna have children, and there's gonna be an even greater divide. I don't know if this is intentionally done. This is going to be my tinfoil hat theory. I don't think this is intentionally done. I just think that this happens just by the fact of it, like just by the fact that people are really radical, and the fact that they set them off. It's like it's kind of like a domino effect. They just set them off, and that's what I think. Just set people off, and now. No, that I thought I had a flamethrower. Fuck. Anyway, let me put this
BNPL
back on.
companies make zero money from consumers who pay on time.
They make no money from consumers that pay on time. But then why is the company worth $45 billion? Oh no, now it's only at 14. So wait a minute. So if they don't make any money from people that pay on time, then why are they worth $14 billion?
Skill. Skill.
I don't know.
Skill issue, little bro.
I have no idea. Maybe donations.
True, charity.
No fees.
It's like a church.
Their entire revenue depends on two sources: merchant fees and late payment penalties. Klarna alone collected $254 million in reminder fees last year. This creates a perverse
reminder fees
incentive. BNPL companies need you to use their service repeatedly, but they also profit when you fail. They've built a business model around that. And the psychology...
That's right. Their entire business model is their success business use case is usury.
Is brilliant. Traditional credit cards remind you of debt with every monthly statement. You see that balance?
There it is.
You feel that weight.
I hate
BNPL, it's not
Bro, if you think this is bad, you haven't gotten to the intergalactic dick-sucking garbage bullshit fucking interplanetary alignment dildo fucking you in the ass that having a low balance in your bank account costs you money. It costs you money to have a certain amount of money in the bank because you don't have enough money, and so they're charging you money because you don't have enough money. It's expensive to be poor.
True. It is. And you can also not buy in bulk, so you don't get like reductions for like...
And this is the problem, is because a lot of people don't fucking know it. And again, going back to Tucker Carlson, I like Tucker Carlson, but he probably... does he know about this? He should.
They know. They're just disingenuous.
It's smart budgeting, right? By 2021, the average BNPL user had accounts with multiple providers. The stage was set for what researchers now call the normalization of continuous debt. But you're not...
That's what I said, bro. Everybody's a battery now. That's it. People have become assets.
It's unfortunate, bro, because you would assume that naturally, as we progress in like society, politics, philosophy, we would also progress in like literally, objectively, like in actually applying it. We don't. we have the ideas, we just cannot, like, we're so divided, we just cannot, like, this is the thing that is, like, interesting, like, they, even in ancient times, they, like, argue this in, like, the Bible. It's like they basically, God cursed the people to never be able to understand each other, to speak different languages, and it's like, I don't know, that's that speaks to me in, like, a sentiment, not in reality, because I don't believe the Bible, but that speaks in sentiment because we'll never get along. Plain and simple. We'll never get along. Anyway, let me get back to this.
Not budgeting. You're being programmed.
Isn't that crazy? Think about that.
Scientists have scanned people's brains while
cute.
shopping. When you see a $100 price tag, your brain's pain center, the insula, lights up like you're experiencing physical pain. But show that same brain $25 today, the pain vanishes. BNPL
I tell you, bro. I tell you, I fucking spend $25 on something that better be good. I spend $100 on something that better be good. Like, I still, like, in my mind, like, my dad's the same way. Is that, like, I grow up, like, I base everything off of what my allowance was in high school.
Damn.
Like, every dollar amount is based off of that frame of reference.
Companies literally hack your neurological
Straight up.
response to spending. This is called
No, it's not.
temporal discounting. Your brain.
It's not complicated, right? They give you a lower number. Like, you don't need to get into the fucking brain magic of this. Yeah, if you give people a lower number, they're gonna buy it more because they're not gonna notice that you pay it off later on.
True, and it's also people have temporal myopia. They cannot think in time.
Of years,
I have so many
survived
friends
by
like this.
prioritizing immediate needs over future ones. BNPL exploits
Yeah,
this
true.
ancient wiring. The companies understand this psychology perfectly, reducing.
I'm not sure if I agree with that. If I agree with that evolutionary analysis.
It is
'Cause I think that
evolutionary.
you could clearly make arguments against that for, like, example, like storing things for winter, building houses ahead of time, etc. I don't necessarily know if you can go that deep into the evolutionary pipeline, but I don't think that you really need to, because you're still exploiting people's psychology, even if it's not based off of an evolutionary trait. Yeah, that's basically, like, people are just like, it's FOMO, making people think, oh, I need to buy this as soon as possible. These are the old ways. Our brains have changed. Our brains have changed.
No, they haven't. Literally not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Payment friction. And
In 20 years, there's not enough. Maybe if fucking Putin starts throwing nukes and we get, like, radioactive stuff, we can turn into something different. We can change. Not in the better. But without these kinds of radical mutations, there's no way we can change in this little amount of time. Because it's like for example, like, you see, like, an animal that developed fins, or, like, they developed the ability to breathe on land. That took hundreds of millions of years. Maybe not that much, but tens of millions of years. I don't think people understand how much a million a year is. It's like, if you could live a million years, like, you at like 100,000 years, you'd be, like, begging to get killed, bro. You're like, please just let me be. It takes a really, really long time to evolve, bro. Really, really long time.
Psychological permission to overspend. And every company wants in, right? Traditional finance lets you borrow to buy a car. BNPL's innovation was to let you borrow to buy a burrito. Now,
if you're borrowing money to buy a burrito,
you're stupid. It's
you got
natural
people.
selection.
This is the thing that a lot of conservatives don't understand. Why is it that everybody wants communism? Because they're buying burritos on a payment plan. Okay?
True.
If you're buying a burrito on a payment plan, you're probably going to look at something like Karl Marx and say, yeah, it sounds like a great idea. Because anything's better than this shit. Anybody who's confused by why a lot of young people are turning towards socialism and communism,
Yeah, but they haven't.
is
They
sheltered and delusional.
I know.
you're subscriptionifying your entire life without realizing it. That jacket
Fuck.
isn't just a perk.
The thing is, it's like in here we actually had, like, pretty recently we had communism. I didn't catch it. My mother caught it. All of my teachers caught it. Like, It's still lingering. It's a lingering effect of communism, and I'm gonna tell you with confidence that communism is not the way to go. Communism is a good, like, in theory it sounds good, but that's the problem with humanity. In theory everything sounds good. Communism didn't work out, bro. It's like you cannot have communism whenever you have people in charge. Maybe with ChatGPT you could, if you have like a fucking Ultron in charge or something like that, or Rocco's Basilisk. But with people you cannot have. People are like they're gonna succumb to the 7 deadly sins. They're gonna become corrupt. They're gonna take basically, like as he said, like gathering nuts for winter. People are gonna gather nuts for winter, and you'll just get cooked. No, there's no way you can have communism with people that gather nuts for winter.
Purchase anymore. It's a monthly.
It's just human nature.
Your whole wardrobe becomes Netflix. Each payment plan adds another recurring charge to your mental load. Now here's where it gets dark. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau data shows 43% of BNPL users have missed payments. Look around.
Don't they have some sort of, like, I mean, I understand that each adult should be able to enter into the contract that they want. But at the same point, whenever you're constantly giving out contracts
I can see where
to
he's
people
going.
and you're not vetting them at all to whether they're able to make payments or not, at what point is this effectively just something that is abusive and manipulative? It should be illegal. I think that there needs to be more checks and more levels of accountability for this. Like, this is something, like, my understanding is...
Oh, he's totally right with this. It's kind of like stealing candy from a child, bro. It's like, at this point, isn't it malicious, the fact that they choose, like, they can let everybody...
In, like, at least, like, in Islam, for example, like, isn't having, like, interest, for the most part, illegal?
That's so based.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it's haram. Yeah, basically, right? Yeah, you guys get that right.
Harambe.
You guys 100% get that right.
Around you, nearly half of everyone using BNPL has already failed to pay on time. 1 in 3 paid late in the past year. Among those who use multiple BNPL services, the rates are even higher. When payments fail, the cascade begins. You miss one $40 payment, the app tries again. Your account overdraws. That's a $35 bank.
See, this is, bro. This is, you know what this reminds me of whenever you start losing money?
Cannot end on a loss.
A slot machine. And you see, like, there's a 4x and then a 20x and then like a 5x and then there's a plus 50 and then there's a minus, 10. It's like, oh, it's too bad. And then like a plus 500 and then before you know it, you're just fucked. Yeah, you're death spiraling. Exactly. Yeah, this is the reason why, by the way, I have zero moral reservations. I have no debt in my life. I have never had debt in my life. I was very lucky that, my dad bought me my first car, so I didn't have to go into debt for that. And for other words, like, I never really have had debt. And I do not take on debt for any reason. I understand some people, and I get the way that guys, like, they use debt and they leverage it as an asset, and then they use that to get more loans in order to buy stuff. Like, I understand.
Yeah, but even my grandma and my grandpa, like, they're farmers. They're relatively successful. As you can see, I have a relatively good PC and whatever. Even like, whenever I ask my grandma her opinion about this, she told me, like, bro, cash money is money, okay? It's like leveraging debt, sure, but money is money, and money talks. There is no, like, do it fair, do it normally, do it, and sure, if you're like one of these giga rich, like, you can do it, but as a beginner, nah.
It's grift, but I don't want to be a part of it. It's not something that I just think it's clever abuse of game mechanics, and it shouldn't exist that way at all. I have my house and my car. Yeah, that's it, right? I mean, in my opinion, I think if you're going into
houses
debt
are fine. Houses.
I don't know. I don't think I can even really say this, right? Because everybody's situation's different. But like, in a general sense, do the most that you can to avoid going into debt for anything other than a car, a house, or medical bills. Anything else besides that, try your absolute best not to go into debt for it. And student loan debt. I think that's another one, right? You kind of have to have that.
Depends.
But I mean, I can't really. I mean,
If you're a
I know
lawyer
everybody,
or something.
obviously, it's like, you know, I can say that, but it's easy to say that. It's harder to do it.
Fee plus an $8 BNPL
You see that?
fee. Now you're $83 in the hole from a $40 payment. One
For 1 month.
small mistake becomes a financial avalanche. When payments fail, the cascade begins. But the real trap is loan stacking. The data is staggering. 60% of BNPL users juggle multiple active payment plans. Nearly a third, 32%, manage 3.
Here's another really, really sad reality. When Riot introduced the $500 Faker bundle, one of the Riot third-party point stores said that 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 people were buying the $500 video game skin bundle on credit and on a payment plan. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the guy that owned the website was like, stop doing this. Stop it. You don't have the money for this. But they can't
People are
stop.
stupid.
That's fine though. It's not.
Or more simultaneously.
I
Different
refuse
dudes-
to believe that people are that retarded.
I don't.
We'll go raid in Classic WoW. Come back to me in like 1 day. Your entire worldview will be different.
True.
If you ever have hope.
By the way, I raided not in Classic, in TBC and in Wrath of the Lich King. I also raided in Legion, in fucking what was next, bro? Dragonflight and fucking the other one, what War Within. These people are troglodytes, bro. These people are troglodytes, bro. No, it's true. It's like, how can you not see the fucking big circle thing behind you? It's like this red fucking circle behind you, and it's like it's like spiraling around, and it's boom, it's just fucking an explosion. How can you not see that? How can you not do that, bro? Once you realize that people cannot move out of fucking circles in a video game, they cannot do this. Look, they cannot do this. This, you see? This. They cannot do this. Once you realize that, you'll realize how they're so stupid.
With the human race, do molten core. It'll be gone. That's the real black pill right there. Molten core.
Dates, different amounts. It's a mental juggling
Yeah.
act.
Do you want me to fucking tell you what people were struggling on? There was this one mechanic in fucking in Ice Crown Citadel at Rotface, I think it was. It's like you get like a fucking testicle that looks like a fucking orange sea urchin. And if you get a fucking testicle, above your head, what you need to do is you need to move away from the other person that gets the testicle, and the other people in your raid that don't have the testicle need to stack on top of them. They need to stack on top of them so the damage is distributed between more people, right? And people couldn't do that. People were failing to do that. There's this one boss, which is arguably one of the hardest bosses in the video game. It's Sindragosa, at that point in the game. And it's like, one of them, like, you just have to dodge her fucking tail swipe, frost breath. You need to go to her, like, you need to go to her side. You cannot go behind or in front of her. And every once in a while, she goes into the air. She puts like a fucking target on top of somebody. It deals like an AoE explosion, and it entraps them in a tomb of ice. And you need to stand behind the tomb of ice with your buddies, so that when she does a frost breath on the whole arena, the tomb of ice defends you, so you don't die. People couldn't do that. People couldn't do that. It's like, oh, move, I have target on my head, move away. Oh, now she does the frost breath. She's flying above us. Go to the tomb of ice. You can't do that. If you cannot do that, you are retarded, bro. People. I had in accounting classes. I had people that didn't know what the fuck, how to do percentages. What it's like. Oh, a product is increased by 10% in price, and it's 120, and it's increased by 10%. What is the product's price? And they would say 12. They would get the number that it's increased by, but they wouldn't add it. In accounting classes, bro, they would do this. Your accountants are doing this, bro. Your accountants do not know how much 120 increased by 10 is, bro. 10% is, bro. They do not know that. Your future accountants, bro, do not know this. I am warning you, broskis. And it's not like look, it's not a big deal. Let's say, oh, you have 236.25. What's 27% added on top of that? I'm not saying this. It's 120 and added 10%. It's 132. I'm saying a simple mathematical equation they cannot do, bro. But this is the future of your societies. The future is going to be fucked, and I'm warning you, boys. I am warning you, boys. You will not even be able to trust a fucking doctor that is not over 50 years old or 60 years old. I am telling you, I'm predicting this, bro. I am predicting this. I am predicting this. You do not believe me, Proton. You're making jokes, but trust me, it will not be so funny in 10 years' times. It will not be so funny to you when your mom is ill and you're taking her to the doctor and the doctor fucking used ChatGPT to graduate. And he just went to, and he became a doctor because his mom wanted him to be a doctor so she can show off to her lady friends. That will not be fun to you. When your mom dies because of that, or your father or a relative of yours dies because of that, because of their negligence, it will not be so fun anymore.
It's designed to fail. The most alarming trend shows how far it got. BNPL for necessities.
That's really
1 in
bad.
6 users, 16%. Now finance food delivery. Klarna's partner.
Jesus. Bro, it's like at this point, bro, if you finance food delivery, why not go to the grocery store? Like, I'm not even kidding. Get yourself some peppers. Get yourself some tomatoes. Get yourself some ground meat. Like fucking, I don't know, 10% fat, I don't know, beef. Grounded beef. What's the cheapest one you can get without like getting sick because of it? And just get that fucking thing. You just get that fucking thing, and you literally just make yourself some fucking hamburgers. How long is it going to take you? 20 minutes. Okay, put your TikTok on auto scroll. Put it next to your fucking pantry or whatever, your fucking stove, and watch TikToks while doing it, if you're not patient to do that, bro. I swear to God, bro, people are so troglodytean, bro. It's like, make yourself some fucking... take some fucking potatoes. You can go to a local farmer market. You just get yourself some fucking potatoes, like a sack of potatoes this big. You just cut them up. You don't even have to fucking take away their fucking skin. You just wash them really well. You cut them up into fucking wedges and you just throw it in the fucking oven. And you leave it there for like 40 minutes. There you are. Wow. Get yourself some fucking chicken, a non-stick pan, a non-stick frying pan. Put the fucking stove to 8 or 7, around like mid-high end. Put it around there. Put the fucking chicken there. Throw some water in it. Like, take some water, make a cup out of your hand. Throw some water in the fucking thing. Put the cap on it. Leave it there for like a few minutes. When you see the chicken is fully white, you flip it, and then when you get the good enough crust on the other side, you eat it. Wow, rocket science.
15% of people are financing food delivery. This is like 2 different levels of abstraction beyond what was existing.
This is fucked up. Look, it didn't snap it correctly, bro. Oh. Ah. Let me push it in. Just, I don't want to try to. One time it happened to me, and I was like, I'm just gonna press on it. And I pressed on it, and it suddenly gave in, and I fucking cut my hand on the fucking, on the part that you drink. Oh, I have a piece of hair in my mouth. It like suddenly cut my hand, bro. I'm gonna go take a piss. Let me go to Cathedral Ward, and let me get the other umbilical cord. fucking plumbing, but but fucking sewer like smell comes up from the fucking plumbing, and I know they're working on the sewers and whatever, but it's like, I don't know, man, it's disgusting to me, bro. I sprayed a little bit of like I ran out of like the fucking disinfectant thing, and I made my own, you know. I made my own with like a bit of alcohol. I added a bit of warm water with some soap in it that has like a nice scent. Sprayed a few puffs of like counterfeit fucking Versace arrows that I have. That was like $20. I sprayed like 3 or 4 puffs in it, and there's my new fucking disinfectant. Shit really be smelling like shit through.
Forgive me. So
My beautiful lady. My beautiful lady. Nah, bro. It's so unfortunate what happens to her. So she basically got raped by an outer god. And she's pregnant now with the outer god. Yup, that's what happened to her. She got. Why did I return to the hunter's dream, bro? I was on autopilot.
In like 2005.
2005 is when I was born, bro. Jesus, Asmongold is old as fuck.
We used to not have food delivery, and we used to not have financing food delivery. This is really bad.
Can I tell you something honestly? I really don't like food delivery. I prefer to go get it by myself, bro. Am I weird for that? Like literally, like, did YouTube block my comment? Probably. W chemist and shit really be spending like shit. That's it. But I really like. I prefer to go even if I go like by foot. You know, I prefer to go get it myself. I don't really like ordering stuff. It's like my mom keeps telling me like, just order, just order. I don't really like to. Did you make your own soap? I thought about it. But it's gonna smell like bacon if I do my own soap. You know, because you have to do it with beef fat or pork fat or whatever fat you have, and it's gonna smell badly. You know, so rather not do it. Get what I mean?
Cook for yourself. People are too retarded to cook for themselves. You're a bro.
Okay, he literally said what I said, bro. Let me put it to 1.25.
Buy frozen pizzas? No. Here's the real reason why people aren't cooking for themselves. Number one, they're fat and lazy. Number two, they're being overworked by jobs and they don't have the energy to do it at home. And one of the reasons why they don't have the energy to do it at home is that, again, this is why you have that presidential fitness test in high school, because you have to get the hogs off of the fucking trough and get them out running around because they have no fucking energy.
True.
I'm gonna be honest.
Can I be honest with you, bro? I like running around, but I'm embarrassed to run around. I'm embarrassed to do cardio. I don't know, it's like the fat guy running is like, you know what I mean? I like to run around when there's nobody, you know, and I have really weak knees. I played basketball for my entire life and I was fat, so that those two don't go together well. So now I have fucked up knees, especially my left knee. Like especially whenever I'm slightly tired, it just randomly gives out. Like literally, like I have to catch myself sometimes.
I think this whole men having low testosterone thing is fake. I think it's totally
agree.
Fake. The reason why men have low testosterone is because they sit in an office all day having to wish Cheryl a happy birthday and they can't say fuck. That's the reason why you've got low T. If you were living out in the middle of the fucking woods and you were hunting buffalo, your testosterone levels would not be a problem. That's the reason. You are living a...
He's right, and it's also even Shuon had talked about this, and I agree with him and with her. It's like nowadays even the manly things are considered toxic, like working out, like basically brotherly love, you know, like basically us guys, like look, we're guys over here, we can say this, like us guys, the way we show love to each other is we banter. Like let's say I make a joke to my bro, it's like, oh, what, is your girlfriend pegging you again? And he's like, nah bro, your fatness is pegging my eyes, you know. So he says something like that and we're like, ha 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 ha, you know what else is getting pegged? Your mother tonight, you know. And it's like we keep it, like we make jokes, we banter, whatever. Women see this and they're like, oh, toxic masculinity.
You're
it's
living
like,
a
fuck
lie.
no.
Partnership with DoorDash means you can split a $15 burrito into 4 payments of
$4.75 for a $15 burrito? Oh God, no. Bro, this is so bad.
$3.75.
This is so dystopian, bro, and so retarded that I like it, bro. Financing $15 burrito, bro. That's crazy, bro. Nah, bro. That's so funny, bro.
Financing lunch. When society normalizes
Financing lunch.
That's a word that shouldn't exist.
splitting the cost of a meal into
Speaking of things that are micro, how is your penis doing? Bro,
and
Don.
this is, by the way, so when you see the stock market, oh, the stock market's going up. Remember this
Yeah.
video. This is the reason why nobody gives a fuck about that. This is the reason why you get Luigi's. It is. It is going to get so much worse. You guys haven't even seen it yet. It's going to be crazy.
True, he's right.
Convenience. This shift from discretionary to essential spending reveals BNPL's true nature. But who's paying for that? While you're feeling clever about splitting payments, retailers are bleeding money. Every BNPL transaction costs retailers 4 to 8% versus 1.5 to 3% for credit cards. Let me show you exactly what this means. Take a one.
The retailers are still making.
I mean, like, I love, like, look, I don't agree with Andrew Tate, but I love what he said. It's like everybody's with the bank, right? You get your money through a check to the bank, to your personal bank account. Then you use, like, it's not like you're gonna take out the money. You just, oh, I'm gonna buy a pizza. I'm gonna give like $20 here with the bank. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna give 20, like whatever, and they take like 1% interest, right? And you have $100, and after 100 transactions, that $100 vanished. You know, like you go to the store clerk, you buy like groceries, $100. She gets the salary with through the bank. She gets like the $100. Then she goes, she buys groceries for herself, another pam pam pam, and fast forward. After 100 interactions of this through the bank, the money disappears. The money is no longer there. How do you think these banks can like become so big, bro? Because it's like, I remember, like, I was looking and it's like, oh, like this little interest rate, like it's not even like 1%. Sure, bro, but if everybody uses it, they can afford to have that little interest rate, because you'll just overlook it and suddenly, paf, you just deleted, like after 100 interactions, as I said, you deleted $100. After 100, whatever, you know, you deleted like whatever. And look, I'm grossly exaggerating, like that. This is only the case. This is only the case if you're buying with $100 every single time, and it's like a $1. But what I'm saying is, like, as I said, with cigarettes, with alcohol, with whatever, you have to count it in the long term as well. And also, when you give cash, you feel stupid for, like, if I were to tell you, go buy yourself some, I don't know, Futanari fucking Chun-Li statue with like a towel on her on her huge gigantic third leg, right? And when you go to the cashier and you hand them $200, you feel way more stupid than if you just gave your credit card information and there it is. Or if you have it saved, you don't even feel stupid at all, bro.
That's why they take the service. Don't ever think that the retailers are being taken advantage of, or for whatever reason, they're not getting something out of this. They obviously did a cost analysis for this, and it is still in their best interest because they can capitalize off of people who are bad with their own money. No, Walmart and Target are not victims. They are willing accomplices who sometimes get the short end of the stick, but when you measure up all the sticks together, the sticks are actually quite long.
True, speaking of sticks that are long.
With a credit card payment, the customer pays $100. The card processor takes a $2.50 fee, so the retailer receives $97.50. With BNPL, the fee is $6, so retailers receive $94. That $3.50 difference per transaction is massive. For businesses operating on 8 to 10% profit margins, BNPL fees can shrink profitability entirely. But it gets worse. The contracts BNPL providers force on retailers explicitly forbid surcharges.
Well, you also have, so there's a selection bias with this as well. is that if you have a selection bias and you assume that the larger expenditures will on average be things that are not necessities, you can assume that more people will be buying those on credit as well. So this actually is even more extreme than you would assume. Because like many more people on average are going to be buying a TV on credit versus buying a carton of eggs on credit, for example.
So basically what he's saying is luxury spending is more likely due to probability to be bought by people on credit, like TVs, monitors. I can see what he's saying.
For their users. Retailers legally cannot pass these fees to BNPL customers.
Yeah.
So what would they do? They would raise prices for everyone.
They do.
What if BNPL...
Why is he staring at me like that, bro? What did I do?
Cash customers are subsidizing BNPL users' shopping habits. But payment delays compound the damage. Credit card processors deposit funds within 24 to 48 hours. BNPL companies promise 3 to 5 business days, but frequently take longer. For small businesses managing tight cash flows, those delays can mean missing payroll or supplier payments. The Australian market gives us a preview of the coming collapse. When OpenPay failed in February 2023, they left behind $18.2 million in operating losses. Merchants who thought they'd been paid, they weren't. The money was gone. Laybuy's bankruptcy...
And you can see how problematic this is. Look at what happened with Vishojo, for example. That shit fell apart.
Worse. 4,200 merchants.
Real bad.
And 766,000 customers
super
left
bad.
Scrambling. One craft store owner reported losing $790 on just one transaction. Multiply that across thousands of businesses. Kiwi Bank's $30 million exposure to Laybuy sent shockwaves through the financial system. This wasn't some small startup failing. This was systemic risk becoming reality. Unlike credit card processors backed by major banks with FDIC insurance and reserve requirements, BNPL companies offer zero merchant protection. When they fail, merchants eat the losses. And it's not hard to see why they're failing. Here's the dirty secret of BNPL. They lose money on every single transaction. Not sometimes, not on risky customers, every single transaction. Let me show you the math that's killing these companies. Klarna, the industry's largest player, just posted these numbers. Q1 2024 revenue of $621 million, but losses of $99 million.
Wow.
That more than doubled from last year. Their workforce has been slashed from 5,000 to 3,500 employees, with plans to cut down to 2,000.
I don't think that's necessarily indicative of their business. I think all companies are doing massive layoffs now. It's pretty normal.
Yeah, they overhired for COVID. Oh, and by the way, using AI, I want to talk about this. I think that it's outrageous the fact that they're like using AI to filter CVs. I swear to God, bro. It's outrageous, bro. And people have figured out how to do like, how to give the AI inputs, kind of like inputs that the AI can spot, but the people, like if you were to read it, you cannot spot it. It's kind of like a blank space, you know? And it's interesting. You can, if you want, you can look it up. I don't understand, so it's like I'm talking nonsense. I don't understand it completely, but basically people have figured out how to cheat these systems. But the problem is, it's like what these kind of systems do is it's kind of like let's say in a video game there is a mechanic that is broken. And instead of fixing the mechanic that is broken or reverting the change that made the mechanic so broken, what do people do is they just adapt, and that becomes the new norm. And that is what I'm afraid of. Is it going to be the new norm to basically be tech literate enough to cheat these AIs? And they're going to filter out people that are not as smart individuals or not research enthusiasts even more through this. It's not enough that they're filtered through college, through education, through all of these kinds of like measures, but now they're going to be filtered out by so much different stuff too. It's unfortunate because this hurts the normal society the most. Like, if I were to do this, like, I could figure out how to do this. If some of y'all, like, especially like a lot of y'all that follow me for my tech videos and whatever, a lot of y'all, let's be for real, you could figure this out. But normal people cannot, and that will fuck up mostly normal people.
Their CEO admitted they need to fire 60% of their workforce just to approach profitability.
Yeah, they're doing this everywhere.
That's not optimization, that's desperation. But here's why it's mathematically impossible for them to succeed. On a typical $100 BNPL transaction, they collect a $6 merchant fee. After paying 50 cents in processing costs, $1.50 for customer service, $2.40 for fraud and defaults at their 2.4% rate, and $2 for technology and overhead, they're left with a net loss of 40 cents. These businesses are money incinerators. The funding structure makes it even worse. BNPL companies borrow from institutional investors at 5 to 7% interest, then lend to consumers at 0%. During the easy money era, investors tolerated these losses because they believed in growth, but rising
Well, they could also write them off. There's different ways that you can carry over losses and taxes, and you don't have to pay all of them back, and you don't have to fully commit to them. That's another big reason why. And you have companies that are doing this constantly. And so this is the real, and so that's really kind of, yeah, debt becomes an asset at that point, because then the asset is leveraged in order to, you know, reduce your tax responsibility, right? And I think that that's also something that happens, because if it was just a losing proposition, period, then the companies would never exist. There's a reason why they exist, and they exist inside of an apparatus of like 3 different levels of abusive game mechanics.
Interest rates changed everything. Borrowing at 7%.
I mean, like, life is generally a abusive game mechanic. It's just that what I don't like about abuse of game mechanics is it filters out too much by intelligence. And I really don't like this, because non-intelligent people are also people. We live in a democracy. We have a democracy which allows basically survival of the weakest, and there's wisdom in everybody, from the farmer, from the shepherd, to the doctor and the lawyer. And I think that this is crazy to basically filter out so many people, to filter them out of basically them having a living, of putting bread on the table. It's outrageous. Because as I said, with the game mechanic, it's just going to become the norm. Oh, you are not using, I don't know, Holy Moonlight Sword to beat Ludwig. You're stupid then. That's the norm. That's what's competitive nowadays. It's a weird example. It's not one-to-one, but it's not... The closest example I could give is... I don't know, let's say playing triple tank in Overwatch when it was meta. If you weren't playing that, like, that was the norm. It was OP and it was the norm. It was a game-breaking mechanic. It was the norm. If you weren't playing it, you were losing. It became the new normal. Became the new norm, and that's what I fear with these kinds of like AI and tech stuff and filtering out and game mechanics, as he says.
While eating 2.4% in defaults isn't a business model. It's a death spiral. The default rates hide an ugly truth. BNPL companies...
Submissives, I love how YouTube influencers give their opinion as if they run businesses. They don't have a clue. I reduced payroll by 60% this year, and our product has never been better. Our customers have never been happier, and our net line has never been healthier. It's not always desperation. It could also be good leadership and a bloated company. I think that it's probably both in a lot of cases, especially with tech companies. So like you might be running like, and also like that's there's plenty of people that are influencers on YouTube that run businesses too, by the way.
I mean,
and so that
I'm sorry, bro. YouTube is like, if you're a content creator, you're a marketing. Like if you're, especially Asmongold, if you're an Asmongold level content creator, you're a marketing genius. I do not want to hear any more of this bullshit. Oh, why do YouTubers speak their opinions, bro? When somebody talks about marketing, when somebody talks about, especially when to Asmongold, who owns multiple companies, you shut the fuck up and you listen. Okay, or like a co-founder. He doesn't literally own multiple, but you know what I mean. It's like whenever this happens, you shut the fuck up and you listen. You don't talk shit to him. People need to be more humble, bro. Just because you picture him as a loser and a degenerate gamer, that doesn't mean that that is truth. It just means that you're an ignorant person.
That's silly. 60% layoffs is crazy. No, it's not. I mean, there's plenty of companies that do that. And I mean, I've been involved in like payroll and like making, big financial decisions. You guys know this, but like the fact is, like, I don't really put myself out there as some like massive expert in this or anything like that. But I think that whenever you think about this logically, you can clearly see how it really kind of depends on the situation. I think that you have companies that, their business model, like esports is a great example of this. Like the esports business model was propped up by hopes, dreams, vibes, and feelings. And eventually feelings change. And so guess what? There's not as much money that's being invested into esports right now. And because of that, you're having them take on a bunch of gambling sponsors. But what's happening instead of that
gambling
is that you have companies that are also, like, why would you pay somebody to do a job that you could automate for free? or for like 5% of the money. Well, you wouldn't, so you'd get rid of that person. So you have basically, for tech companies, you have tech companies that exist inside of a bubble of venture capitalism that is increasingly growing smaller. And then you also have those companies that are being squeezed from technological advancement as well. And what you have is a bunch of people that worked at tech companies that are now working at McDonald's. That's basically what's happening. And esports are just an example of it. I don't know if Klarna is an example of this either. I don't know how they leverage their debt in taxes. I don't know how they leverage it and sell it, because a lot of these other companies also sell their debt to third parties.
Tout 2 to 3% default rates. But
debt is a big business.
These are measured on 6 to 8 week loans. If annualized, that would be
It's a game mechanic.
catastrophic. Automatic payments mask true delinquency until users' bank accounts run dry.
What did I get?
Users who can't pay get blocked from future purchases, creating hidden defaults. So much so.
And that also creates, again, you can see why banks are okay with this, because hidden defaults.
What did I get, bro? From him. I didn't see it. Let me go on the VOD, bro. I'm sorry, boys. It's gonna take like 10 seconds, maybe. Okay. Though that's what I don't. YouTube is like, if you.
So guess what? There's not as much.
What did he give me? Come on. Come on, bro. Load.
How they leverage it and sell it, because a lot of these other companies also sell their debt to third parties.
Come on.
2 to 3% default rates. But
debt is a big business.
These are measured on 6
Bro.
to 8 week loans. If annual.
Okay, let me see. What did he give me? Come on, man. Bro, how many frames does this take, bro? Firing hammer badge. Okay.
Also mean that the company is now able to charge you an overdraft fee. And so now that you're paying a $35 overdraft fee, okay, well, now you're fucked. Like, so now you're making $35 more. How do you know so much shit? I don't know a lot about this. Like, this is, again, I'm not an expert in this. And the truth is that even a accountant is not an expert in the entire apparatus that these companies exist in. Like, there's probably about 30 people that work at these companies, and like, you know, at like max size, that are all very competent and intelligent, that all manage different parts of this apparatus that keep it together. Like, there's no one part of this. This is a massive ship. That's why tax lawyers needed. Yeah, like, in even taxes, that's only one part of it. Because then you also have like sales, like you're selling the debt as well. And how do you leverage selling the debt? How do you leverage that into your taxes? There's a lot for this. Like top 3, yeah, this is just how it is.
Started to be noticed. Without interest income to offset losses, BNPL companies have only one option: grow or die. But growth is expensive. Customer acquisition costs run $25 to $40 per user.
Wow.
With average transactions of $135, they need multiple purchases just to break even on acquiring you.
Well, I think that like there's also a degree, and like he probably knows this, there's a lot of things that operate under this paradigm. You know, you have the Pareto principle, which is like the defaults of this, which is 80% of your business comes from 20% of your customers. And this can be applied to almost everything. I think the 80-20 rule is true in 90% of human life. But I think that especially with finances, it becomes even more extreme, where you have a very small subset of people that you are extracting a tremendous amount of money from, whereas everybody else you're not really getting a lot out of. So, like, for example, gacha games. Gacha games are kept alive by, I would say, 20% of the whales. But the whales need all of that plankton that exists inside of the ecosystem in order to survive, because you get rid of the plankton and then the whales die. And so anyway, there are a lot of things that function under this. Like, you can look at income disparity. You can look at, you know, any degree of this, like in video games. You can look at it in spending habits. It's true across the board.
Spiral has begun. To grow, they must approve more risky customers. More risky customers means higher defaults. Higher defaults mean bigger losses. Bigger losses mean more desperate measures. We've seen this movie before. Subprime mortgages in 2008.
Ooh,
payday loans.
remember that.
The pattern never changes.
It was in high school.
Easy credit, explosive growth,
It just
sudden
graduated.
collapse. The free-for-all is over. Regulators have finally woken
Thank
up to
God.
what BNPL really is, credit, and they're bringing the hammer down. But first, understand this. BNPL companies structured their products to dodge the 1968 Truth in Lending Act by keeping loans under certain thresholds. Credit cards.
It's just like, that's so obviously bad faith. It's so obvious. I don't know why people are putting up with this shit even for a second.
Cards must disclose all costs up front. BNPL,
the government subsidizes subprime loans in the name of fairness. Markets don't just give away money to untrustworthy people. Well, so a lot of venture capitalist firms,
I want to kill this guy.
Strategy that's begun to recede, especially after I would say 2023, 2024 with COVID, and you had a lot of uncertain realities, like for example cryptocurrency or NFTs, and I think that basically a lot of these companies got burned by them. And a lot of these companies have the outlook of, we're going to take 100 shots, we're going to miss 99 of them, but out of the one shot that we hit, we're going to make $1,000, and each shot takes $100. So the idea is that you are simply playing the odds, and that's why BlackRock is invested into everything. That's why Vanguard is invested into everything. Sequoia is invested into everything. Andreessen's invested into everything. All of these companies are connected, and the reason why is it's not because it's some massive Jew apparatus. It's simply because they want to have their hand in all the cookie jars in case a cookie pops up so they can grab it and eat it. It's that simple. You would do the same thing if you had that opportunity yourself. It's smart diversification. Yes, exactly.
On the loophole. Less protection for you, more flexibility for them. That loophole is closing. 2024 marked the turning point. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau ruled BNPL must follow the same rules as credit cards. Full disclosure of all fees and terms. Standardized cost comparisons. Dispute resolution processes. Refund protection. For companies already...
And you can see what happens, by the way. If you think they're not making money off of this,
they are
worth 45 billion. And now they're worth 14 billion.
Money on every transaction, these compliance costs, estimated at $2 to $3 per transaction, are devastating. The crackdown is global. The UK now requires mandatory affordability checks before approval.
That's exactly what I said they should do. And as usual, it's always Europe that is ahead of this shit. We have freedom of speech and we have guns. We're better than Europe. But with you guys and your regulations, you guys do it better than we do. Y'all are way ahead of us on this. This probably won't happen in the US for way longer.
Australia has fully integrated BNPL into their national credit code.
If only you had
The
citizen
Consumer
protection.
Credit Directive now covers all BNPL services. The regulatory arbitrage that lets BNPL companies operate in the shadows, gone. Banks smell blood in the water. They're moving in for the kill. Chase launched My Chase Plan. BNPL using existing credit lines. American Express created Planet. Citi rolled out FlexPay.
And you can see, obviously, FlexPay. There's always these euphemisms that are used to convince stupid people that don't understand numbers to spend money and then effectively go into debt.
Apple tried Apple Pay later, failed, then partnered with a firm. The bank's advantage.
Somebody says authoritarian lending regulations are bad. These economies are shrinking compared to ours. I think that you're making a really big mistake by measuring the success of an economy by the amount of wealth that the top 1% that is the beneficiary of that economy.
It's like the same argumentation can go for people saying, "Oh, what do you mean? There's a economical problem. S&P 500 is at this all-time high." And it's like, who the fuck cares about S&P 500 if normal people cannot buy fucking eggs at the grocery store or milk? It's like, what the fuck does S&P 500 have to do with that, bro? The fuck do you think fucking a normal grocery shopping fucking, I don't know, Betsy that works as a clerk in the fucking grocery store, she's the one that cares about S&P 500? Fuck no.
Economy has managed to accrue. Because really, I think this is I think this is a massive economic problem, and I think that it is a top-down problem that is being created, facilitated, a narrative that's being pushed by the media, because the media, it's in their best interest to do this. The fact is, the stock market does not necessarily mean it going up or anything like that. The economy going up, the GDP does not mean that you're better off. Let me go back and show you this, right? Was your life better in 2016 or in 2023? Were things more affordable? And was life more affordable in 2016
yeah, he's giving
or in
a
2023? Chart. Everybody knows this to be true, that we're supposed to listen to this graph as if it's our God. If it's our God, then why does it keep lying to us? This is the problem. So these graphs are massively deceptive.
Bowblade. Nice.
After 2021, over 90% of the capital gains that were accrued were accrued by the top 1% of the population.
True.
So this entire recovery from the recession was absorbed almost entirely by the wealthy. It's really, like, I think people don't even understand, people don't understand how bad it is. Because they look at these graphs. This is like, you know, Don Lemon. Well, like, look, the economy's doing better. And look at the graph. You look at the graph, it's going up. And then he's talking to some guy. He's like, well, if it's going up, then why can't I afford my rent?
True.
That's the problem.
As I said,
recession on the graph.
Betsy that goes to church on Sunday and is working a 9 to 5, and she's working at the cashier at the grocery store. She doesn't give a fuck about the fucking S&P 500, the fucking stock market. Who the fuck cares about the stock market, bro? People need to be able to afford their housing, need to be able, like, how the fuck do you want to have a stable economy whenever people cannot afford their rent? Like, how those 2 and 2 fit together, bro? How? It doesn't.
To go back and look at it again. I'm not talking about that right now. But yeah, value is moving from real economy to virtual economy. Well, I think also, like, the idea of the economic value, that economic value is such an abstraction for most people that they're not able to participate in it and enjoy it. Because the wealth is consolidated among too few people. And that's why you see people getting upset nowadays. It makes sense. The economy for individuals sucks, but for the few rich that get super rich, it's not just rich get richer anymore. Well, I'll tell you this, right? Even this year, for me, I have almost made more money off of investments making me money than I have from my actual work.
Oh, by the way, he's so smart. He even said that 99% of his income, he puts it into investments. Also crypto, stuff like that, everything. Basically, as he said, have your hand in every single cookie jar. And this is what, if I'm gonna make money, this is what I'm also gonna do. And I'm not talking about YouTube, by the way. I'm talking about farming. I'm not, like, even my mom is like, oh, like, what car do you want or whatever, and like, because she wanted to buy me a car, and I told her, Mom, don't buy me a car. If you want, you can get me. Like, I appreciate the sentiment, but please just give me the money cash. I'm just gonna drive my grandpa's old car, right? The 20-year-old Volkswagen Passat. And I'm just gonna drive that one. It's big W. It's a wonderful car. I think it's 1.9. No, what is it, bro? I don't know. It's like an incredibly good fucking engine, bro. It's an incredibly good engine that is like we have a saying, beating straw and water is what it needs. It's a saying, a gypsy saying that is like, oh, what does the horse need? Beating straw and water. It's basically very low maintenance engine. And I really don't want to get like a car, because even if I have more money, I'm gonna get like a Dacia Logan, or what the fuck, what is it called? Sandero, yeah. Which are like, you can do it, I support you, thank you, man. Which is like 500 to maybe 5k euro, depends on how new or how, like, whatever you can get it. But like Sandero, you can get 5k euro at the dealership, bro. You can get it, bro. It's like the cheapest car in the world, bro. I'll probably get one of those, drive like 80 kilometers per hour, be safe, and save all of my money, bro. I do not need a fucking expensive car. I am not insecure about myself, okay? I'm totally fine with driving a fucking rusty ass fucking car.
Same? Yeah, exactly. So once you reach a certain amount of wealth, it's like a fucking, it's like a scaling thing. Where, like, you start scaling way fucking harder. It's like, okay, it's like a fucking world buff.
Okay, it's like, I'm gonna give an example that you'll understand. It's kind of like in Bloodborne, how the video game is incredibly hard at the beginning. You die, and then as the time goes on, you facilitate and you finally fulfill your build, and you can, like, kill mobs in like 1 or 2 hits. You no longer struggle with the farming. You no longer struggle with anything. That's what he means.
In classic WoW.
By the way, boys,
like,
go to the landscape stream, pinned comment.
A warrior, you get crazy fucking scaling with it. If you're a druid, you're fucked. You're fucked. You're a balanced druid, you can't do anything. Compounding interest, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't get to ramp. It's exponential growth. It is. It goes quadratic fast, exactly. And so people don't understand this, and because of that, and a lot of people, and again, I think that people are, and this is a big conspiracy theory, I think that people are intentionally financially illiterate, and I think it's being done on purpose. Why is it that we learn about all of these weird, complex mathematical formulas, but people still can't understand compounding interest? It's not that Algebra 2 doesn't matter. Of course it matters. But statistics matters more. So if you've got to pick one, you need to go with statistics. And I think the reason why we're not going with it is because a lot of these companies know that if people understand the percentages, if they understand what the rates of return are, if they understand what an interest rate is, they might not be as willing to spend money. And those people, through abstraction and lobbying, have control over education. This is a conspiracy theory.
True. It's not. Reality.
They have millions of existing customers and can borrow at near zero from depositors.
Yeah.
They operate with diversified revenue streams.
Oh, and by the way, with like this conspiracy theory, I feel like okay, I'm gonna say my own opinion. This is gonna take some time, so if you don't care, you can just leave. But what I think it is, I think that the people that that at first made the school system, they were passionate, they were nerds, so they were very specific. It's kind of like those nerds that is like, let's say you're a girl and you're talking to this guy that is like into Warhammer 40k, and he's like talking to you about like the fucking intricate details of the lore. This is how people used to be with math and like chemistry and whatever. So you got those people that created the base of this thing, and I feel like it's just remnants of that because they haven't touched it, and they were like, okay, let's not teach them this new part of like let's say statistics, economics, stuff like this, because if we teach them, they're gonna be able to not fall for it, you know? So I feel like it started by people being passionate about the thing that they're teaching, and it ended with, let's just stick with the cookie cutter formula that the passionate people left us with, so that they cannot complain about it. It's one of my conspiracy theories, if I were to call it that. It's weird, I don't know if you got it, but it's like... basically what I mean to say is the people that made the school system used to be interested in teaching math and science and whatever, because they were the ones discovering it. And after a bit of time, whenever people started lobbying power and started monopolizing knowledge, they stopped giving out new knowledge, and we were just stuck with like abstract math and stuff like that that maybe would have been useful if you tried to be like, I don't know, Einstein or something.
Decades of regulatory compliance and
This is, by the way, one of the reasons why I have a lot of frustration towards guys like, for example, Hassan, and other guys like, you know, probably like Vosh and even Frogan and people like that, is that with these points of view, I think that I'm aligned with them 100%. I wish that they would drop the weird identity politics stupid shit, because these are the real legitimate problems that are actually affecting everybody in the world. These are fucking everybody over. And this is the real final boss, not whether trans people can compete in like sports or not. It's so frustrating.
I feel like trans people competing in sports is just like a, how can I put this? It's kind of like a, I don't know how to explain it, bro. It's kind of like, oh, man, you're so stupid. It's like the party's fighting, and it's like, imagine these two guys, and it's like they're fighting at the bar, and one of their friends is like, what the fuck did you say to my bro? And when the other guy comes up, his other friend comes. It's like the two people arguing now, and then the people that didn't even start the argument are fighting. So I feel like trans people competing in sports is like those two people that just randomly started fighting. I feel like this was just used as a platform to basically fight with politics. It was basically used as a platform to fight about politics and basically to be liberals versus conservatives. I simply think that it's just one of those. I died. I don't know how to explain it. I would have more. I would need more time to like think about this, to give you an example that is like coherent with what I want to say, because it was pretty bad. It's kind of like how America and Russia, instead of literally going to war, they set other countries to go at war with each other. You know, kind of like, oh, let's put nukes into Cuba, and oh, let's put nukes into Turkey, and let's increase tensions, but not directly. So we're not fighting literally. So it's not like a world war, but we're like increasing tensions. How can I put this? As a second party, basically. Not as a first party.
And I think, again, I think the Democrats have been poison-pilled intentionally by corporations after Occupy Wall Street to misdirect them into identity issues that are actually class issues in disguise.
It's always been about
it's
class.
really frustrating for me to see this.
Profitable business
In your
models.
country, in
Industry
here,
consolidation is accelerating
gypsies can no longer
exactly as
cannot get like
predicted.
jobs and whatever, but
BNPL companies will
in
remain
there there's no
independent.
problem
They're being proven right.
with that.
Square bought Afterpay for $29 billion, now worth far less. OpenPay went bankrupt. Lay-by collapsed. Others are desperately seeking buyers.
Because they existed inside of a regulatory gray area. And the moment that gray area was colored in, they can't exist anymore. I think that in general, if a company can exist only because of a regulatory gray area, that's probably a bullshit company.
The survivors are abandoning the pay-in-4 model entirely. Klarna pushes 6 to 24-month loans with interest. They're becoming exactly what they claimed to replace.
Yeah.
But if consumer BNPL fails, what about B2B BNPL? Businesses are now using buy now, pay later for inventory, equipment.
Everybody does this. Everybody's always done this. How many of you guys that work in any sort of a company, like you're buying things on credit? Everybody does this for different finances, for investment reasons. Yeah, I don't think this is a smoking gun.
Even payroll.
Yeah,
the volume
exactly,
is staggering.
This is
expected to hit
I don't think this is a big deal.
$669 billion by 2029. But when a consumer misses a payment on sneakers, they lose shoes. When a business can't pay for inventory it already sold, entire supply chains collapse. Imagine a retailer using BNPL to stock inventory, selling it, then the BNPL company fails before paying the supplier.
That's the problem, is the companies are unstable.
Doesn't get paid. The retailer can't restock. Customers can't buy. One BNPL failure could freeze entire industries. Within 24 months, the BNPL landscape will be unrecognizable. The survivors will be indistinguishable from the credit card companies.
Okay, let's move on to another subject. Let's watch this.
Ethan, in his fucking what's the word for
I'm
it?
I'm sort of up to date with these news. Not really. I don't really care about their streamer drama. I just don't like the fact that like the leftists, like the one that represent leftist people, are basically promoting terrorism. I don't like that. And that's about it. That's about as far as I know this. And yeah.
I'm trying to think. Crusade against these people is going absolutely apeshit about this. So he's been suing them, and here we go. It's a crusade.
So let's just go ahead and start with Frogy. Of course, I've got my PP. Now
Frogy.
it's the same PP, but I'm going to do it differently and do it kind of
PP.
special for you guys. So
Frogan
this
gives
is a very
up.
special PP because it's live. So let's talk about this. Frogan is literally about to default early next week. What has she done with the 50K she raised? We have not heard from her or her attorney at all.
What a flop.
She has like 5 days to respond to our complaint, or she loses by default.
She loses.
And this was last night.
Wow.
And this was last night. So it's probably down to 4 days. It's probably down to 4 days. So this came. So after this came from Ethan. So this is from Ethan, right? This was the Snarkers, and this is one of the most legally inaccurate takes. That's one of the most legally
Wow, what a surprise! A Redditor doesn't know what they're talking about. Can you believe that?
inaccurate takes ever. Okay. This
No
is from the
way.
Snarkers. Can't wait to see the case.
Ethan with Scorched Earth.
It's gonna get worse.
Missed after Fro. What is she like? First of all, who calls her Fro? Like when I hear them call her Fro, it sounds like she's Froyo. Okay, like I can't
That ice
not
cream
think
shit?
that she's frozen yogurt.
Oh.
So let's get into it. After Fro files a motion to quash after being improperly served. This dude is such.
I never, ever eat that. Like there was some like rich white people area that my ex-girlfriend wanted me to go to, and she wanted me to buy her one of them. I refused to even eat a single bite. I would not eat it. I already have ice cream. I don't need another one. No, I'm not.
An idiot. He has all of his money and doesn't know what to do with it. So therefore,
ice
his
cream like an old
lack
person.
of a lawyer
Tastes it gay?
is just taking it from him.
I knew it.
LMAO. This is really funny. Okay, well, first of all,
This dude is such an idiot. He has all the money and doesn't know what to do with it. Therefore, his quack of a lawyer. Oh God.
Let's correct the record. All lawyers are greedy, money-sucking.
That's right.
Soulless.
Whenever I heard this is why I wanted to go to law school.
Quacks. No, they're all crazy in a special way. All lawyers are crazy in a special way. But beyond that,
yeah, as soon as I realized that,
procedurally inaccurate and completely wrong. And I'm going to explain how this is just completely wrong.
You're quack? No, the reason actually was because I played Magic the Gathering, And my friend Jason knew all the rules so well that he could manipulate the rules to make himself win in disputes where he shouldn't have won. But I couldn't argue against it because I didn't know the rules as well as him. And so I thought that if I could learn the legal code, I could manipulate people in the world in a way that he could manipulate Magic the Gathering, and it would give me an advantage over everybody else. That was the real reason. So it's kind of close. Because if you know the rules to life, then you can use them and abuse them.
First of all, let's explain what a default judgment is, okay? Default judgment is a court ruling in favor of the plaintiff, typically because the defendant does not file a defense, or the defendant doesn't acknowledge the claim. So, you know, if you just want to stick your head in the sand and pretend you don't know what's going on, you're likely going to get a default judgment. Now,
so it's not like it's even going to get thrown out. The only person that's going to get thrown out is Frogan.
Default judgment is a court ruling in favor of the plaintiff, typically because defendant doesn't file a defense, defendant doesn't acknowledge a claim. Without Frogan asserting defense, Frogan would still have an opportunity to challenge the default.
There are certain circumstances in which not receiving service is a real thing.
Yeah.
However,
that's why they have to serve you
case,
papers.
Ethan Klein has multiple methods. He can, you know, obviously have what we call hand deliveries when you're hand serviced, but there's also service by publication, so you can publish it in a newspaper general circulation.
That's right.
And that can generally get back and service. And beyond that,
she acknowledged it. She should have never acknowledged it.
All know that Frogan knows about this lawsuit.
Of course.
Like, it's not something that Frogan doesn't know about. It's very public. So it's very clear what's going on here to a judge. That Frogan is trying to dodge. Frogan is trying to evade this, right? And
she knows that. Everybody knows that.
This default judgment, this court ruling in favor of the plaintiff, he would win without Frogan ever having a chance to assert defense. So Frogan, even if she gets this default judgment, so even if the court ends up ultimately siding with Ethan Klein and saying, hey, default judgment. And remember, with a default judgment, that isn't a win for Klein. He gets what he wants. So he'll get damages, whatever else he wants.
It's like if your team quits the game in the middle of a match. You still win the match, but
like video, whatever he wants. He's going to get that by default. Just say, well, this person's not fighting back, so okay. And then he can proceed, if she doesn't do anything, she can proceed to collecting on that judgment at a certain point. However, Frogi Yogi does have a potential opportunity to challenge the default judgment. And she does that with an objection to the default, which is a motion to set aside. So she can make a motion to set aside the default judgment. Now, she does need to have a valid excuse, right? So not receiving the claim could be if...
No, you set up a GoFundMe. You talked about it. That is not going to happen.
If the service, all types of service, were invalid. But I guarantee you that at least one type of service that they used on this, whether it was, you know, hand delivery or publication or some sort of substitute service, was legally sufficient to provide notice of service or sufficient service to proceed with the case.
Well,
they're not going to issue the default judgment typically if there was completely bunk service. But the burden would be on Frogi to prove that. And beyond that,
there's no way she can prove that, especially if he said it and she acknowledged it the entire time.
You'd have to have something like illness or extreme emergency. And as far as we know in the Frogan case, Frogan is not in the hospital. Frogan is not under extreme emergency. Frogan was not in a crisis zone.
Well, I think that she is. I mean, the rents probably do, and that's not going so well, I would assume. But she does have that extra $35,000, so maybe things will be okay.
She's not somewhere where bad stuff is going down.
Yeah, surely.
Right? Or she'd have to prove a procedural error.
Unless the judge is sympathetic to Frogan. What do you think? Do you think the judges are going to be sympathetic to Frogan?
Right? However, she has to respond to do this, and that response has to be very prompt and persuasive. So she'd have to do that anyway.
Oh, that's
so she's going to have
no Peruski,
go
guys.
back, write the court, and explain why she did not respond before, etc. And the judge is not obliged to accept that. The judge can say, "I don't accept this. We're still sticking with the default."
Damn.
Now, here's the thing. Here's the biggest thing, and here's where the snarkers are completely wrong. This is where the snarkers just are completely...
Wait, so are you telling me that a bunch of random Redditors with no degree or any sort of knowledge in this topic whatsoever actually don't know what they're talking about? There's no way. This might be the first time that's happened.
True.
Stupid. Is even if Frogi objects to the default, and even if the judge grants her motion, if everything goes the same way, you know what the end result is?
She's paying Ethan money. That's the end result.
It's not the case being dropped, kids. It's the case proceeding as normal.
Man.
So if Frogan goes through all this extra work,
Okay, this is boring as fuck. Change the subject. Pirate Software roommate and boss spoke.
Apparently this guy
spoke out. Let's watch this one.
Went and talked to Pirate Software's
Let me go take a piss.
This guy is clearly
I'm still listening to it. What are you watching?
I'm
I'm watching something. I was farming for something and I put the videos, and now I'm just like on the streak of like watching videos. Just random shit. Be right back. I'm back. I'm back. Go to the landscape stream, boys. Better viewing experience.
Software schizo at this point. I just like hearing new information. I'll wait to weigh in until I hear everything, but yeah, this guy is not stopping at any length to go after Pirate. I wonder if Pirate didn't have any beef, like pre-existing, or if this guy is just a professional hater. Which, by the way, nothing wrong. I'm not hating the guy's game whatsoever. This guy's deep dive this dude's life. Can you imagine what would have happened if Pirate Software just apologized when he fucked up? It would like good ending unlocked. The good ending, Pirate Software actually apologized. Big smiles, be great. And he goes back to being like one of those beloved streamers of all time. Pirate called him a real fraud. Wait, Pirate called him a fraud, so he's going 100% in. Ooh. I also heard that this guy like posted screenshots of like Pirate Software's information, and Thor posted them with like censoring, saying that he doxed him, but it was just like publicly available shit. Yeah, I heard Pirate Software lied about the doxing this guy did. This guy, the doxing. I heard it was all lie, but let's keep going here.
An ex-coworker and roommate of Pirate Software. Now, you guys saw the first part of that interview last week when I talked about the Twitch terms of services. This person had worked at Twitch for 8 years, as well as working at Blizzard alongside Pirate Software. I figured the information was so different from the beginning of our interview to the end of it that I wanted to separate it between two separate parts. And I apologize for this one not coming out sooner, which if you want more info on that entire debacle, check out my last video. But we go into detail from Pirate Software, even on his first day on the job, apparently just browsing Reddit. For a man that says that he didn't get his job through nepotism the second time, which is when this would have taken place, it doesn't really line up.
And like, this is kind of my whole career, right?
That's still doxing if done online. So I absolutely agree with you. Posting someone's information is definitely doxing somebody. Like, Twitch is supposed to ban for that. But I think we'd all agree there's a big difference between doxing someone's, like, real name and address and their front door versus, like, just posting a YouTube video and they're already public information. Like, there is a difference. There's levels to this shit, right?
Nah, don't defend it. It's not good. Right? It's not cool. Even if Pirate Software is like a troglodyte.
It was like level 8 doxing when in reality it was like level 3. Did you know Pirate worked at Blizzard? Pirate Software worked at Blizzard? Why the fuck's he not talking about that?
My first job, I got through nepotism, 100%. My dad worked at Blizzard for 23 years. Then I came back to Blizzard in 2009, and I applied. Not having his help in any way, I got the job.
More than that, though, we dive into the roommates' experiences and how they only ended up lasting about a week before putting their foot down and saying that Pirate needed to leave. But with all that out of the way, just last two things. Number one, shout out to my parents and my brother and my fiance's parents as they grouped together and got this really cool neon sign, which unfortunately flickers. So I don't know if you guys will see it in another video, but it looks really sick. Special thank you to them. They got it as a surprise because the channel's been doing well recently. So thank you again to all of you if you're watching. And lastly, if you're new here, consider subscribing. It really helps out trying to hit 100K by the end of the year. We're about to hit 80, which is insane. But just that single press of a button helps me a great deal. And if you end up hating me later, just another button tap away. Also, liking the video helps out. So if you find the information in this video useful, give it a thumbs up, get other people to see it. But regardless of if you do any of that, thank you for watching. Nice to meet you. If you could just kind of give your name and then just kind of your experience with Twitch and just kind of your experience with Pirate, everything in between that you think would be relevant to what we're going to talk about.
What are you doing?
My name's Cynthia.
So this is the roommate. Oh man. Oh man, this is crazy.
Online. I am a lifelong artisan cosplayer. I worked for 5 years at Blizzard and then 8 years at Twitch. And I happen to work with Pirate Software at Blizzard as his wrangler on Diablo 3.
Really quick, number one.
This is his boss? Or at least a superior? What the fuck?
But number two, wrangler. So what is that? What does that mean to be a wrangler for someone during? So you said it was during Diablo 3 testing?
Yes. Basically, what happened is we share the same last name. That's why I don't mind sharing my last name. When I joined the company, they literally thought
oh my god,
because I have a couple of years on him, so they thought that I was his older sister, and they thought that with me coming in, I could potentially enroll him, and he would be less of a problem if we were working together. So this was a thing that I had to clarify like day one of me moving on to the team.
So this was the assumption was, oh, okay, they're siblings. She can kind of.
Yes. And he'll be less of a problem because we're related, and I could go tell daddy.
That's really fun. With him, so with this him being a problem. Now, is that unique to Pirate, or is that just to speak to every new person coming into the company?
That was speaking to him, and
that's such a weird coincidence.
An HR violation problem. Don't get me wrong. He's very charismatic. He is easy to get along with socially. However, he was very neglectful of actual work. He was hard to rein in. He was hard to get to focus on anything important. Like, he wanted to do what he wanted to do. And it wasn't like he was a jerk about it. Like, I don't want to misconstrue that at all. I'm sure everybody has seen his streams. Like, he pulls off the personality, you know? Like, he's nice to his coworkers. He wanted to do what he wanted to do.
When we're talking about what's important for, let's say, for instance, the Diablo 3 testing, so what was the important stuff that he needed to take care of, and then what was he doing alternatively?
So I was also the person who wrote all of the test cases. He was on the monsters team with me. So we're talking dealing with all the spawns in the game, all the boss testing, having to do all the smoke tests whenever there were new builds.
I'm sorry, boys. I keep trying to do the optimal dodge. The optimal dodge is to go forward a bit, turn around, and walk forward, and then roll when he screams.
End to end, make a character run through to skeleton king kill. Like, that's just testing the builds. Whatever the task was for the day, it could just be spawning different monsters and testing their affixes to see how they perform. That easy. But he would just kind of create a character and idle in the client and redirect it. That's literally what he did. He sat in front of me, and I was assigning the tasks.
There's no way the guy who kickstarted the game 8 years ago and has only done about 2 hours of work is lazy at his job too. There's no fucking way. No, I don't believe this.
So not only did I see the work he was not doing, I saw what he was doing instead the entire time.
Okay, so, sorry, to clarify, he was Redditing instead of doing his job, which was essentially, instead of spawning in and just like running Skeleton King, which I know is like literally that first act, or just testing monster spawns, it was just him browsing Reddit.
Basically. Because it was apparently too demanding of his time to actually work.
Was this immediate? Was this a gradual onset of more Redditor Thor coming out? Okay.
This was a constant, and it was to the point.
This might be the video where Pirate Software will never beat the nepotism, the nepo baby allegations. This is not a good look, guys. This is really not a good look.
Point where in QA we had a maximum of 2 displays. Like, that was just your kit. You had 2 displays. If you had 3, it was because you had a Mac for testing.
Yep.
That's it. He requested a 3rd display because he claimed he needed it for his bots when he started doing some automation testing. He just wanted it to have the extra space for Reddit, YouTube, Snail. He just wanted the extra space.
Okay, totally fair.
I wish I was meaning. I am a huge slack ass, and I completely understand like the ADHD mentality of I just need stuff. And I also vibe code. Like, I get it. If you're compiling, if you're running bots, you probably want to do other stuff while something is running and just kind of observe the console. I get it. I know how these things work, but
I think she's being pretty fair here, guys. I really do think she's being pretty fair.
Yeah,
like,
she's also slightly defending
just
him.
ignoring the tasks at him. We would sit like with the window divider between us. I would sit there watching my buddy, and he would watch me, and we'd just be sitting there waiting for Jason to actually participate in the team tests that we had been assigned.
So why weren't you correcting it? Like, if this was the entire way, like, I would get fired if I was doing something like that.
Yeah, so that is the funny thing. I brought this up to my specialist who sat behind me. So it was specialist, me, Thor. He said, well, you could try to...
Do not say it's because of his dad. If she says he couldn't be fired because of his dad, this would look so bad.
Escalate it, but no one's going to do anything because I've tried to report it before. So I talked to my manager, and I talked to one of the department heads. Like, I talked to the manager over the project, and I was essentially told that no one is going to do anything because of who he is. And this has nothing to do with Joey Ray directly. Like, I want to make this very clear. I'm also friends with Joey Ray. Like, he is.
You remember me, Jesus, bro.
Okay, so like,
again with Alzheimer's.
I know him well enough to say he would absolutely not do anything to help Jason. Like, he is not somebody who spoke to get.
I did it.
But here's how nepotism actually works, which Jason also doesn't understand. It does not look good on your future at Blizzard if you mess with an executive son. Period. Everybody knows who Jason is. If you write him up, if you fire him for misconduct or otherwise, people are going to know you did it. They're not going to know that anything was actually going on. They're just going to know you were the guy that fired Joey Ray's son, and your career is pretty much toast because everybody in the games industry knows each other too.
That's just really not good to come out from your boss. That's just really, really, really not good to come out of your boss. Jesus Christ. Have you seen the Never Talked About Blizzard compilation? Yeah, I've seen it.
So who's going to actually do anything because Jason's doing nothing? Nobody. They're just going to let him do what he's going to do.
Because he's doing nothing. This is really bad, guys. Okay, if this were to come out about me, like I worked a job and I was a shitty fucking employee, nobody would fucking care. But when your whole identity is built around being like a good guy who's like earned everything he's done, all these big accolades and working at Blizzard and coding for a game, and then the game doesn't work. And actually, no, you are a Nepo baby. And actually, you were a shit employee. And actually, you're a bit of a dickhead. It's just kind of bad, bro. It's just kind of bad. I actually think, come 1 year's time, I think Pirate Software might be cooked. Bro, that's so bad. Oh my god.
And that's exactly what I was told. And that's exactly why Jason was allowed to form his hacks team, which is actually just exploits testing. He was allowed to do whatever he wanted to do because nobody would course correct him.
Okay. Now, so what year was this when he came on for the Diablo 3? Was this the first time he was hired in?
This was when he came back, I believe. This was, I think, 2011.
2011. Okay, so this is the second round of coming in. You said, to the best of your knowledge, it was as soon as he got hired back in, he was acting exactly like that. He was not. Yeah. Okay. With that knowledge, I also just kind of want to touch on. So you say that he kind of created that exploitation team, not because there was a requirement for it, but just because he would not be course corrected to do anything else. And the reason I kind of bring this up, I'm not trying to make Thor look bad intentionally, but I'm targeting the way that you had brought this up about him being and creating that exploit team. It wasn't because he was the best to do it.
How long does this game take? How long does this game take to beat? Depends. Depends. I could beat it in 40 minutes or I could beat it in 7 or 8 hours. It depends on what you do. If you go through all of the bosses, you know cheese, you know whatever, yeah, it's gonna take you a bit. But it's relatively short. Depends on if you have a Soulsborne experience like Dark Souls, Elden Ring, you're not gonna have trouble with this game. It's relatively easy. It's one of the easiest from the bunch. But if you don't, maybe you'll have some problems with it. Who knows?
Thing is, it's what he wanted to do, and he presented himself as the best candidate to do it. And I am not going to pretend to know the inner workings of how it came to be, because I was not part of those conversations at all. So I don't know if he actually formed the team, or if the QA managers formed the team, including him. It's weird calling it a hacks team. It's really not hacking. Like, it is a focused automation testing team. That's really what it was.
Use bots to test the reported bugs and exploits.
Yeah, it was automation testing.
Okay. With that, I think we got a good understanding of what that was. I've kind of touched on that nepotism bit myself too, and was like, well, it's not just, oh, his dad, is like up here. It's like, well, it's not that. It's a very, you don't see it, you feel it. That's it. And the person who's, getting it is not going to notice that. So it's interesting. I'm glad we got a bit more insight on that. You guys knew each other.
How much live streams are you doing? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? How much live streams are you doing? I'm streaming every single day for about, like, usually I do 2 hours, but now I'm doing more because my mom is not home, and like it's not like my niece is gonna come over or something, I have more free time basically today. Well, I don't know, maybe I'll go to the park with my niece. I'll call her mom and tell her that we should go, because she goes every single day, and I'm gonna be honest, bro, it's like I like to go out with her.
Guys spend time playing video games or anything like that?
Oh yeah, geez. A couple things. So video games. There was actually a charity event on campus. It's an Extra Life charity that every year, as Team Zerg,
I'm familiar with Extra Life.
Unofficially, Blizzard would put together our own team for donations to raise money for Children's Hospital of Orange County. And we would play games on campus for 24 hours straight. Pirate just happened to participate in this. I was on his team for a league tournament, and he screamed at our team for apparently not gearing correctly to counter the other team, because we were just that bad. And it's not like we were losing so severely, because we all played League regularly. It was not that big of a deal, and we're all sleep deprived. It was very early in the morning after an overnight of playing games, and we're like, seriously, dude, you are raging at everybody. Like
I bet just like in his Final Fantasy 14 raid, it was everybody else's fault, but bro does not play well with others, man. Jesus. To be fair, he had no mana.
He was just yelling.
Eat my entire ass.
Look, bro, here's the thing, right? It's like sometimes I also get mad at the video game, but I calm down. But I would never yell at colleagues or like co-workers or something. Like yell, like actually yelling. Nope, never. That's just indicative of a person that is very privileged, and because I'm privileged too, but my parents taught me manners. My parents taught me manners, and I would never scream at like. Maybe I would scream at somebody if they like threw water on me or like something like that, maybe even then I wouldn't scream at them, or like if they screamed at me, depending on the situation. But as I say, it's like I would probably never do that type of shit. It's not like, here's the thing, right? It's like these types of guys, like Pirate, it's a personality issue. It's not a privilege issue. There are tons of people that are privileged and that are not acting like him. It's he's just outrageous. Like, you can see his ego and stuff like that.
Across the floor at everybody.
It's a charity event, correct?
It was a children's charity event. And we're like, wow, we all play League, but man, like, we usually only experience this stuff in League. Most of us like played League with each other at work, but this was our first time actually playing with him, especially at work, so that was a whole new experience, and the last time literally any of us played any games with him. And ironically, I actually have something here that I wanted to show you. So they give us like these little cards whenever we do cool things at Blizzard. And this was related to the charity event. That was like thanking me for playing nice with my coworkers, and I'm like, oh wow, he got one of these too. So yeah, I was kind of bored when I was going through some of my work stuff. Before that had happened, and not too long after he had joined the team, I had a roommate who urgently had to move out. She had a family emergency. She could no longer like stay in the apartment. And I was like, that's cool. You know, I'll find another roommate. Panicking. Pirate joined the team, and he apparently urgently needed to move out of his dad's house for some reason. So anyways, I was like, hey, so I barely know you. And of course I asked some people around, you know, like, so is this guy like a psycho? You know, like, is this something reasonable? You know, is he going to trash my place if I ask him, like, you know, if he wants to rent this room from me? Because it was a full, like, bedroom plus his own private bathroom. Like, it was basically a split apartment setup. So it was ideal for renting and sharing. Like, it wouldn't have been weird with Nicole coming over or anything. Like, it would have been fine. And I knew Nicole as well. And she was a perfectly normal human being.
Nicole being, sorry, who?
Nicole, I believe, is the girl he ended up marrying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just to confirm,
Guys,
so
I
time of
doubt
events
they're
that
gonna
Charity
say
happened a bit
anything
after, so you
crazy
guys had
about
already been rooming together, and then you did not know him prior to him going to work with you.
No, not at all. Cool. He knew who Joey Ray was at the time. Told Pirate, I'm like, hey, are you really looking to rent a place? Because, you know, I have this one moving. So he ended up taking me up on the offer. He also had a cat, and I was like, cat non-destructive, right? You know, like I have furniture and stuff because, you know, it's furniture. And he was like, yeah, totally non-destructive. I'm like, cool, because I love cats. I have no animals. Fine fit. Great. We're on the same team, same overtime schedule. Amazing.
So he ends up being your roommate. It sounds really good. You know, every bare minimum's met, not crazy girlfriend.
I'm gonna guess that he was a slob. I don't think they're just gonna say, and then Pirate Software fucking raped me. I doubt he was
I wanna hear that again, bro. No, what? No, go back, no. Control Shift T. Go back. No, not that. Fuck. What the fuck happened to my screen? Bro, what the fuck happened to my screen? Exit full screen, press F11. Why the fuck did it go full screen? No.
He was like, yeah, totally non-destructive. I'm like, cool, because I love cats. I have no animals. Fine fit.
Oh my god.
We're on the same team, same overtime
I want to
schedule.
hear that again.
So he ends up being your roommate. It sounds really good. You know, every bare minimum's met, not crazy girlfriend.
I'm gonna guess that he was a slob. I don't think they're just gonna say, and then Pirate Software fucking raped me. I doubt she's gonna say that. It's probably like he was like a slob or some shit. He gives slob. I think they're just gonna say, and then Pirate Software fucking raped me.
Not crazy girlfriend.
I'm gonna guess that he was a slob. I don't think they're just gonna say, and then Pirate Software fucking raped me.
Oh my god, bro. And then Pirate Software fucking raped me. Oh my, no. I have to do this. Hold on. Playback speed normal.
I guess that he was a slob. I don't think they're just gonna say, and then Pirate Software fucking raped me. I doubt she's gonna say that. It's probably like he was like a slob or some shit. He gives slob vibes.
Okay. And look what I'm gonna do. Add sound. Choose a file. This PC. Yup.
I think she's gonna say, and then Pirate Software fucking raped me. I doubt she's gonna say. I think she's gonna say, and then.
Right there.
Then Pirate Software fucking raped me. I doubt she's gonna say.
I love this, bro. Hold on.
And then Pirate Software fucking raped me. I doubt she's gonna say.
Perfect. Let's listen to it.
And then Pirate Software fucking raped me.
Perfect. Hold on, let me cut it a little bit.
And then Pirate Software fucking raped me.
Oh my god, look. I got it, look.
And then Pirate Software fucking raped me. And then Pirate Software fucking raped me.
Oh my god, it's perfect, bro.
And then Pirate Software fucking raped me.
Before y'all say anything, oh my god.
I'm going to try to make your sex organ erect.
I'm so funny, bro. Okay. And then Pirate Software fucking raped me. Oh my god, bro. It's so W, bro. Let me just go like this.
And then Pirate Software fucking raped me. And then Pirate Software fucking raped me.
Oh my god.
He's saying it's not destructive.
I'm gonna go take a
How
piss.
does that end up working out? How long were you guys roommates for?
It took days for him to start screaming at people on Eve overnight.
Eve Online.
Yes.
Okay.
The cat, that's totally non-destructive. Straight up destroyed one of the chairs within the first week. And because it was patent leather, like the polyurethane stuff, he offered to tape it up for me, not replace it, and also tried to make it out like the cat never did anything to the chair, even though it was like raked and like cheese grated up.
The cat raped the chair.
The cat scratched the shit out of the chair. There's no
Scratched the shit out of the chair.
right. You can't do that any other way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna say this right now. This is a her error. This is a her error. You're the one who believed in a non-destructive cat. Cats are going to be cats. Dogs are going to be dogs. All animals are going to destroy furniture. It's up to you whether that's worth it or not. Okay, they're fucking cats.
There was no way around it. Pretty much.
The thing is like, I hate whenever people get mad at dogs for being dogs. Like, oh my god, the dog is barking, Okay, it's a dog. What did you expect? Oh, the child is screaming, It's a child. What did you expect? Oh my god, my kitty played with my PlayStation controller and it fell down and now I have permanent stick drift. It's a cat. What did you expect?
That I came home and went into the kitchen.
Hold on.
And then Pirate Software fucking raped me.
Oh, I love this, bro. I just love it, bro. I love it. Hold on.
And then Pirate Software fucking raped me.
All the dishes everywhere, like the pans, still food in them on the stove, shit everywhere, food, countertops, everything everywhere. Like, it was not disgusting sty, but it was very just a fucking mess. Okay, and when you're working,
I hate whenever guys do this, bro. I swear to God, it's like, oh my god, cleaning is for ladies. Do you know how many of these people I know? It's like, bro, stop being a fucking disgusting. Like, this is how you literally how this monster in Bloodborne is. This is how they act. Some of these guys act, bro. It's like, holy shit, bro. Especially if you have like a washing machine. Put it in the fucking washing machine, bro. What's the big deal, bro? Press 3 buttons and throw a fucking pellet in there and there you are, bro. How is that a big deal, bro? Stop being a fucking... Like, I'm an obese, troglodyte, fucking degenerate Gunnar gamer, bro. And I can do it, bro. You can definitely do it too, bro. Or like, at least when you put like dishes, at least wash them off with fucking water, bro. Wash them off, bro. So that they don't get like fucking crust on them, bro. You have to use fucking sandpaper to get it out of the spoons and whatever, bro. Holy shit, how is that difficult, bro?
You just want to come home, make a quick meal or whatever, especially on weekends when you're not doing overtime. You don't want to have to clean up after your roommate to function in your own apartment. So it was just like trying to do gentle nudging, like, hey, dude.
I mean, that's just him being not raised properly. I'm gonna be straight with you. Or his personality being a psychopath. Both of them, I think, in his scenario. Like, being mindful of other people. Like, this is, for example, me and my brother, we were not raised similarly, but we have similarities in how we were raised. And I help my mother, I help her fold the clothes. Sometimes I even wash my own clothes. Sometimes I even put my, especially when she leaves for work, I put my stuff I put my dishes to wash, right? Because we have like a washing machine. What's the big deal? You just throw them there and you just throw a packet there and there you are. In 30 minutes is done. And my brother doesn't do that, period. Not at all. He doesn't touch the dishes, bro. And we no longer live together, but that's just like, it's just personality based. Like, if if you teleported my mind and my hardware and my personality into him, I would have never behaved like that. You know what I mean? It's also personality based, I think.
Leftovers and stuff, you know, like trying to be diplomatic about the whole thing. And I'm like, the fucking combination of things, right? You know, like the not letting me sleep, the cat destruction, the mess of it all.
That was happening within the first week, all of these things that you're listing?
First week.
Okay, how long did this go on for?
Well, this made me more suspicious about what else was going on. And I'm not...
To be fair, I kind of like don't care about any of this. Okay, he was a slob and his cat destroyed a chair. I don't care. It's
not
at this
a big
point
deal.
we're bitching just a bitch. I think there's an L on her part, to be completely honest. I don't give a fuck if he's a bad roommate. I don't care.
Privacy invader, but he had left the door open to his bathroom, and I just looked inside because it was in the hallway. It was like a hallway to go through to the bathroom, and then his bedroom, which the door was closed, so I did not go in there. And then my bedroom. So like,
is this Pirate Software's X? If this was Pirate Software's X, I wouldn't have watched the video. I don't give a fuck to hear a honest review on someone's previous partner. Like, oh man, I wonder what their ex-girlfriend's gonna say. Oh man, I wonder what their
So your ex is gonna talk shit about you. Period.
I just turned on the hall light and I peeked in there, and the place was.
They probably broke up for a reason, huh?
Was a fucking sty. He had never put up.
Plus, Pirate Software's actually be a boy because he's gay.
A shower.
True.
There was like ashy stuff everywhere, like gray ash kind of looking spots everywhere, including like in the shower, on the floors, on the countertops. The toilet was. It had been a fucking week, and I could not understand the state of things. Let me just say that I was very concerned. Okay, and the sum of it all, I was like, this is not gonna work out, my guy. So I just like.
I mean, like, look. Sometimes I also like. I also get like I have a really irritable bowel, and sometimes you get like one of those diarrheas that like you leave freckles on the toilet, and that's easy to clean. I don't know if that's what he had. I'm sorry for if any of y'all were eating or something, but it's like sure, let's say he was ill. And he was like, okay, I'm not gonna, like, I am speaking from personal experience. Like, sometimes I clean it the next day because you're ill. And when you're ill, you really don't want to, like, clean it. I don't know if she's referring to that. And a lot of people will, at the start of Pirate Software thing was interesting and funny to me. But at this point, I feel like it's over the same. I mean, true, but it's like, it's kind of reaching. But it's one of the only things that I kept up with, you know? So that's why I'm watching it. And it's also like this is I like Tectone because he has reactions like this.
And then Pirate Software fucking raped me.
I had to talk with him and I was like, hey, look, like, this is not a thing between us because you're a cool dude, but like with the cat who said non-destructive, already destroyed a chair, this is not gonna work out. Like, I'm pretty sure that's straight how I played it, but I'm like, the sum of all things, I do not need this apartment destroyed. You know, it's my deposit, my name on this. Primarily because I was a primary resident, and I do not need destruction of property.
Can I be honest? I feel like this is such a not being raised properly issue. Like, if we were living in the same place, you would probably not even notice me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe with my streams you would be noticing me, but I try to like I thought about this temporarily, but I would do it definitely if I were like moving into a place and I was like renting out a place with somebody else. I would basically make like kind of like shower curtains, but I would make it like these kinds of blankets, right? And I would hang them around the walls so that there's kind of like a double buffer for the sound, so it would reduce the noise immensely. I thought about this already, so that either I do not disturb my mom or she doesn't disturb me, or la di da di da, right? But this is what I would do in his place if I were to have problems like noise or whatever. But other than that, like the rest, like him screaming at the guys online, that's just not having good manners. Like, I'm gonna be honest, if I were to living with like multiple people, I would literally, like, for example, when I lived in my apartment with my mom and like whatever, when we were living in an apartment, like even my phone, I would put it to like 10% or 20% audio, so I wouldn't bother people, bro. It's just literally manners. What's the best advice you can give to a small content creator? I'm a small content creator. I don't know why you're asking me. I don't know why you're asking me. What's the best advice? Don't start. Don't start. If you want to be successful, don't start. Start because you are passionate about something. I'm passionate about like I wanted to talk about Mortal Kombat, Bloodborne. I had opinions on issues. I wanted to talk about this kind of stuff, and I didn't have friends that literally you could talk to them about this, you know, like we didn't have similar interests in every single metric. Like, we have overlapping interests, but not every single one. And I was like, okay, let me just make a YouTube video. If I'm gonna consume this content anyway, I'm just gonna make the content anyway. He's asking advice for people with 0 subs, and I'm giving the advice for people in general that want to do content creation. Is what I would tell you is literally just talk about, like, be genuine. People will smell it on you. Kind of like how people can smell insecurity on you, people can smell honesty on you too. Just, you want to talk about PCs, you're assembling your PC, you talk about PCs, you talk about PCs then. You want to talk about PCs, you talk about. You want to talk about Bloodborne, I'm playing Bloodborne now, I'm talking about Bloodborne, I'm playing Bloodborne now. You have to be genuine about it. You have to, like, stuff that you actually care about. You know what I mean? And treat it kind of like a journal, kind of like talking to a friend.
He inelegantly took it as a, alright, fine, I'll move out kind of thing. He did get out of there within the next month. He never paid me back for the chair, by the way. Never did anything about that. And when he finally did move out, I wish I had save pictures of the state of his room. He had cleaned nothing, so I had to clean everything by hand. There was like, I don't know what on the walls in his bedroom, and you're just gonna have to like take my word for this. I don't know if it was snot or something else, just like white here and there on the walls, and more of the like random gray stuff, just spots and things. It's very clearly not like smoke ash because there was no odor of it or anything.
That is just strange. That sounds like a cryptid.
It was very strange, right? It was
Cryptid.
disgusting. Like, I was messed up and gloved up and everything for all of this because, like, holy...
He's a gooner, who cares?
Like,
once again, I don't care if he's a slob at his house.
But if he has a girlfriend, can he just fuck her?
Gross, 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 gross. Listen,
And how do they live it? Like,
don't get guys...
how does a lady put up with that?
You're a girl who gets the icks from this kind of thing.
So that's a lot of that personal stuff. No, I think that is relevant. I do think so. This was, what, 10 years ago now? 15?
Forever, yeah. Quite some.
So I'm not, again, this isn't to dismiss that. That sounds absolutely horrific. You know, this was some of that old stuff, but I really appreciate getting to hear it. If you have any information, like whether it be like even if you have text messages or emails or anything else to kind of corroborate that time, it'd be awesome. If you don't, that's, you know, we're just taking your testimony as testimony. And I think it's just good to know, have some of that context getting into it.
I'll send you over.
Oh my god, bro. It's just like, I'm getting secondhand embarrassment about this. Like, how can you leave your fucking semen stains on the walls, bro? I have my own room, and I never leave semen stains, bro. It's like, how the fuck can't you just wipe it, bro? Why do you need to let it go on the fucking wall? Especially if it's not your wall. Jesus Christ, bro. Like, are you a fucking wild animal, bro? Like, I swear to God, oh, he's a gooner. Use a tissue, bro. I don't know, how expensive are they in fucking America, bro? I refuse to believe they're over, like, maximum $5 per fucking box of tissues, bro. I refuse to believe this shit, bro. Use tissues.
Some of the screenshots.
Clean
that I also
yourself,
sent to
bro.
some of
Holy
my other
shit.
coworkers, because like when all the pirate stuff like really started stirring, like we started sending stuff to each other. One of our other friends, he's another person that played League with Jason at one point. Apparently also got raged at. But this guy is a master troll. This guy was also one of my best friends. Would print out a photo of Edward Cullen's face and tape it to the bottom of Pirate's mouse, so that whenever he would come back to his desk, he would wiggle his mouse to try to wake his PC, and he just couldn't wake his PC, so he'd have to flip his mouse over and be greeted with Edward Cullen's face. And you could just hear him scream across the floor.
It's good to know. So this wasn't like, you know,
that's a funny joke
with his charisma. Because like, I'm not gonna lie, like the internet understands that. A lot of people are, you know, he was in the good graces of most of the internet literally just a year ago. But you're saying, so even with that, and I think it makes sense based on his quote unquote work ethic or lack thereof, there were people that already were like, he was just kind of irritating.
Irritating. And I feel like this is why a lot of people aren't really talking about him, because like there's several camps of us. Either people just legitimately didn't know him at the time, didn't care to know him, don't remember him, aren't even aware he exists at this time. He was on.
I think this last 40% of the video shouldn't even exist.
Yeah, I agree.
think if this video was stopped in 13 minutes, it would have been great. But now she's just coming off as like just like a fucking whiner. And now we're bitching just to bitch. Like, who cares?
No one's radar.
I mean, like, if she wants to bitch, go ahead. Hold on, I'm gonna lock in right now. I'm gonna lock in.
And then Pirate Software fucking raped me.
I'm gonna lock in now. Oh fuck, my TV's giving me like a warning. Is I didn't react to it. Whoopsie. Ah, I should have dodged twice. I died. Whew.
Getting was honestly like, oh, okay. This person was their boss and they were a shit employee and they didn't do their fucking job. Because they often, you know, Pirate often talks about his accolades. This chick is losing credibility by the minute.
On anyone's radar right now. They have no clue. There's people like me who had to work directly with him and are just so raged that they don't want to talk about him. There are his few friends who like may speak positively about him, but
I feel like this is like hearsay, too much
there's also
hearsay.
the few people
Yeah, then
who
also
want
the
to
all
speak
men
out,
are bad line
but
that was like,
they
all right,
don't
dude.
because they're afraid of the repercussions. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the majority of the people that I know too, because games industry is so small.
Doesn't it help him make him look worse? So, Lakirian, my sweet, sweet, sweet baby. Let me explain to you why this doesn't do anything. Right? So, for Pirate Software, you should be going after a guy when you have proper reasoning, right? And a guy who's saying, hey, I'm this really good employee. Hey, I'm really good at this job. Oh, I worked at Blizzard. There was no nepotism. And then you correct those claims. That's how you dismantle
He just
someone.
proves
That's
he's
the
lying
situation.
again.
Now we're just bitching just a bitch. His cat destroyed my chair. There was he was in his room and he cummed on the walls. He was a little bit unclean with the dishes. All right. I should have.
I mean,
known
yeah,
better
he's
than to
ill-mannered,
move in
but
with the man. They give me the ick. So what did that do? To be honest, absolutely nothing.
A lot of people are still in games, so they don't want to talk about these things because, again, you know, like they don't want things to come back to them.
Is it even a matter of, so does Jason's...
Bro, who the
Like,
fuck
by
is
the way,
he?
guys,
John Wick?
If any of you guys are like, oh, I'm gonna stop watching Pirate Software because he's a messy roommate, I guess all you guys should also unsubscribe to Asmongold. It's like, who cares? Like, legitimately.
And
who
him,
cares?
Tectone,
Nobody
yeah.
fucking cares. Let's keep going here.
The thing is, it's like with like Asmongold and whatever. Like, bro, like, I don't think he would be ill-mannered if he lived with other people. Honestly. Let me just turn this because I need to hear him scream when he lands. Okay, lock in, boys. He's gonna rush at me. Look. I was too late to it. God, this run is so botched, bro. Do that attack! Thank you. God, this run is so botched, bro. I did, and I played so well in the second phase. Oh. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna beat him
Does he
next
have this
try.
like undying love and adoration for his son that is going to impact someone's work history? Is there just the fact that you would speak about someone's son?
You should also unsubscribe to me, man, because like I'll be real, like I'm just on walls. Guys, I used to piss in cans. Who cares? Who cares if someone's a slob? Like, yeah, who cares?
So
I mean, yeah, it's still mannered, but it's not a
I am
big
not
deal.
in his DMs at all about any of this because I respect him and I.
Asmund wouldn't rope on some female friend's wall, I think. It was his room that he was paying for in an apartment. He may have inadvertently, while masturbating, shot a load on the wall. This isn't
Nah,
him
there's
sneaking
no
into
excuse.
women's rooms and coming on the wall. This is his own room that he moved out of.
It's still
Like, come on,
unacceptable.
man.
I don't think it's
Like,
acceptable, but
you gotta understand.
Still.
This is why I love talking about the pirate software hate. Because seeing so many people try to pull like these fucking mountains out of molehills, it's just like, bro, come on. We can talk about how he was a bad employee. We can talk about the nepotism, but like, I'm not gonna watch it because he came on his walls. Okay.
You know, like at least in the past
I mean,
about
you
how he's
know?
felt about this thing. His entire mentality has been, if you have a problem with Jason, take it up with Jason. Like he doesn't want to deal with any of that. He's not the kind of person who's like gonna come to his rescue.
That sounds like the healthiest way for nepotism to be dealt with. That sounds like, I mean, Joey Ray sounds like, yeah, you shouldn't be going to me because that's how you propagate this. So I guess I was more asking like the people that shied away. Is it simply because they knew that Thor was, you know, the son of him, or was it because like there were also consequences because he was was he protecting Thor in any step, or was it just the fact that they were, you know, father and son?
A lot of people that aren't speaking up aren't doing it because they're afraid of Thor's followers. Actually, they're afraid of internet.
Yeah,
repercussions.
sure. Okay, move on. Let's go. Another one.
This cannot be stopped. Why not?
This is not business as usual. Just this weekend, we've seen protests up and down the country. Some of
Okay, I'm a focus. This is the run. Oops. Okay, easy boss, easy game, easy gameplay. She was easy. And I wasn't recording. Of course I wasn't. Glad I remember to do this. 5 minutes. So, safe number. She was easy. Was this even a boss? Nah.
Absolutely enormous. And to me, it's beautiful. It's beautiful because it's the English people finally recognizing themselves, seeing themselves for who they are, looking left and right, shoulder to shoulder, and seeing that they're not alone. And I think that's...
This is what I said before about the power of consensus. He's saying it himself, and he's just explaining it in a different way. He right?
Really, really powerful. Yep. Anyway, you came here to take a look at some protests. So we'll start with one in Manchester, where Paul Golding put on a march for remigration.
Yep, we saw this before. They're mad as fuck. They're saying, I know you guys don't speak British. They're saying get them out.
True.
They're saying get them the fuck out.
To me, that is spectacular, and I just love to see so many English flags in the crowd.
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned earlier
that's
that
how you can tell that it's not America.
Was a march for remigration, and some of you may have never heard of this concept before.
Yeah.
Maybe you've been living under a rock. But the idea is pretty
self-explanatory.
simple. You want more people to leave the country than are entering it. We didn't consent to mass immigration, and now we want to see that reversed. We're not happy for mass immigration to just stop, which it still hasn't.
Send them back.
I mean, like a huge, lots of people that are Romanian going to their countries, and I 100% agree. Even though I have horses in the game, because basically they're my people. I agree. You are not respectful there. You are going there to steal. You are disingenuous. Get the fuck out of the country. What the fuck are you doing? And the thing is, Romanians don't want them either. Most of them are like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. People here are racist, and most of them are like gypsies that wanna go to a country that actually let them get employment, right? So the thing is like even like our country doesn't want them. Our employers don't want them. Your country doesn't want them. Your employers don't want them. It's like, what the fuck are they supposed to do other than leave and try to find a place where they're, you know? I sympathize with them, but at the same time, not my problem. You know, it is what it is. Shit is hard everywhere in the world, bro. It is what it is.
Reversed. Okay, that's the broad concept. I also mentioned that this was set up by Paul Golding on behalf of Britain First. And in the past, I've said that I don't really see Britain First as a political party, even though technically they are. And I think I stand by that statement. I said in a previous video that I see them more as
I would say it's definitely a political... I think that, again,
I think
much all discussions of how the government...
I'm gonna dip, boys. It was an enjoyable time. I enjoyed it. Tune into another stream. Go to my videos. I talked about... I have a really interesting video, my latest video. It's really interesting. I suggest you guys watch it. But yeah, take care of yourself and have a nice day.